Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It is Thursday afternoon. Welcome to the show. Okay, doing a little research here. Sipping some mushroom tea in the afternoon. And I want to kick Unk's back in again. Shannon Sharpe, no remorse. Arrogant. And what he said in the video, which I'm going to play, was downright despicable. Talking about his brother's upcoming Hall of Fame ceremony. We don't give a fuck about your goddamn brother. Let me be clear. And if you're new to this show, folks, one of my mottos for decades has been, I believe in kicking a man when he's down. Now, right now, he's down. He's not out yet, but he's down. Why hasn't he taken time off? I may have to put my foot in Ocho Cinco's ass as well. A beater. Did you know that, Ocho Cinco? He split Evelyn Lozada's forehead once upon a time. Pow! Drew blood. So we've got a violator of a baby, Shannon, and a beater, Ocho Cinco. I can't just turn my back on this, okay? All right, we've got some other things to talk about as well. I'll get to Trump shortly, but I may have to jump out the window on that one. Gilbert Arenas. Got him. Oh, we got him, and he's going to have to tell. He's in bed with those Israelis. They play for keeps. Are you guys up to speed? He has bonded out. He came out of the federal facility, wherever that was. Gilbert Arenas, a former NBA star. Gambling. Oh, I got a video for that where you can see his name on the goddamn poker table. The neighbors told on him. Was he struggling to pay the mortgage? More than likely. Or maybe he was renting the facility. We'll get to it, all right? All right, other things I want to talk about this afternoon. Jay-Z's alleged son has withdrawn his case. I guess the trolls got to him. Salute to the trolls, yeah. And I want to play a video here with regards to the Cincinnati tune-up. I'm calling that a tune-up. Has now gone super viral. And I stand on what I said the other day. You know, the Caucasian who slapped the black guy first. Has he been arrested? Has he been charged? They caught 3 of the, I guess maybe 6 or 7 who just gave those folks a tune-up. Nobody got stabbed. Nobody got shot. But the Caucasian who slapped that black man in the red T-shirt, has he been arrested? Everything, took place after he initiated the assault. That was assault. If you spit on somebody in certain states, that's assault. But he slapped him. You put hands on him. Okay, other things we'll get to. Just give me some time here. A lot of notes. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Big announcement. We have moved on from Cash App for right now. There's the Venmo information if you want to support the show. Venmo at Star Report, okay? Just tired of talking to people in East India, and they're reading from a script, and then they're telling me, oh, we don't know. What? So let me just say F you to Cash App for right now. But that's the Venmo information. Everything else is the same. PayPal. And salute to those of you who do donate to the show. Pardon me. You are appreciated, okay? All right, let's get right down to business because Shannon Sharpe, as I said, just no remorse. Egregious behavior. Has Hollywood stepped up to the plate? You guys know who Hollywood is? Live chat, troll babies. Hollywood was his former stylist. I guess Hollywood took maybe $20,000 and a non-disclosure agreement. Meanwhile, Shannon Sharpe, according to reports, gave the little basic Becky $23 million. Did you know that? $23 million. And I don't know his daughter, so I'm going to be sensitive, but Shannon Sharpe's daughter, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, was getting married, and Unc and Ocho Cinco were clowning his daughter's wedding, talking about, well, how much of a budget? No, Shannon said, I got a budget for the wedding. And then Ocho Cinco said, well, how much? He said, $30,000. Yeah, they better get some spaghetti and hot dogs. $23 million. to the basic Becky, who has retired from OnlyFans, by the way. All right, give me a second, guys. I want to get everything set up here and situated. Deeds will be in the live chat. And let's get right down to business here. This Game Goofy. Yes, Game Goofy Unk. Has he gone on vacation or taken a leave of absence? Nigga, we don't want to hear from you right now. I don't hear you critique nothing and nobody. Here we go.
Got to get to some breaking news out of the sports world now. ESPN confirming to NBC it's cutting ties with its NFL commentator Shannon Sharpe. The move coming after Sharpe, of course, the Hall of Fame tight end, settled a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery. He has previously denied the allegations against him, and he hasn't been on the air since April. NBC News is out to Sharpe and his attorney for comment, although we haven't heard back. Ellison Barber is tracking this one. Ellison, what else do we know?
Hey, Hallie, I mean, it is a massive fall from grace for the Hall of Famer turned broadcast giant. As you said, his relationship with ESPN, it is officially over. He had not been on the air at ESPN since this lawsuit was first filed back in April. That was a decision at the time that he and his attorney had said they had made, that he had made on his own as he dealt with what he described back then as false and disruptive allegations. But look, he's no longer going to be on ESPN, and this is despite the network renegotiating his contract and announcing an expansion of his role on the show First Take just last year. You mentioned it, but no comment from ESPN or Sharpe as of yet. The split, it does come 2 weeks after the attorney who was representing the woman who had accused Sharpe of sexual assault and raping her in the state of Nevada on 2 different occasions, one in late 2024 and one in January of this year. It comes 2 weeks after her attorney announced that they had reached a settlement on that lawsuit. The terms of the settlement were not publicly disclosed. Again, Sharpe has consistently denied any wrongdoing here. He claims that he had a consensual relationship with this woman. Based on court filings in the state of Nevada, she had said that she had met Sharpe back in 2023 at a gym when she was 20 years old, and that they had engaged in a relationship over the course of 2 years. And then again, in late 2024, that's when she says she was assaulted by Sharpe, both physically and sexually, and raped at least 2 times. Again, no direct comment from Sharpe at this time. He and his attorney, they had previously said that the decision to step away from his role at ESPN in April was one that he made himself. This no longer a decision he has made himself. This is ESPN splitting from Sharpe. He will not be on that show, on that program, on the network moving forward. That being said, he does have an incredibly popular podcast that airs weekly, and as far as we know, that will continue. But Hallie, in terms of his relationship broadcasting with ESPN, that is over.
Ellison Barber, thank you very much for tracking that.
We thank you for.
Okay. I hope Tisa Tells is working on that nigga like a chicken bone up in Harlem. Let me just say that early. Okay. Carsino for life. I got your donation. Salute to you, sir. Okay. Janet, are you out there? Janet. Now, we already did a show. What was it? 2 months ago, guys, or 3 months ago? I forget. I'm not one of those I told you so people, but I titled the show, Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN. I've been through legal battles. I've never been fined by the FCC. You know this already. I've never paid anybody in a lawsuit, never been found liable. I have had lawsuits thrown out. So I know the whole procedure. And when we did this show a couple of months ago, after this whole situation first came to light, I said it's a legal decision. There's no friends. There's no family. So the Game Goofy, Shannon, a.k.a. Unk, this new video, which I'm gonna play, pardon me, where he's talking about, he asked them, could they wait until his brother, Hall of Fame? F your brother. Again, F your brother. It says all legal. Don't nobody give a goddamn about your brother. Hold on a second. Why am I yelling so early? Okay, I'm not sure whose video this is, but guys, if there's a problem, I will remove this. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Here's your boy. Here's Unk. And then we're going to get to Trump. I got smoke for Trump. Pay attention, okay? Share a screen. Here we go. Here's Shannon Sharpe. No remorse. Arrogant. Defiant.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just.
Stop right there. Did the nigga say, I'm done with it and you done with it too, meaning us? No, nigga, we're not done with it. No, we're not done with it.
Bro, they saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first 2 brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember.
Sucker shit. That's all he says. Kids, sometimes you have to learn to shut the hole in your goddamn face. To my knowledge, he did not apologize to the basic Becky, right or wrong. He's been jammed up in a situation like that before. It's not the first time with him. So ESPN was right to sever ties the way they did, because they don't know who else is going to come out of the woodwork. Hollywood, where are you? Troll babies, is Hollywood somewhere right now with a sore bussy? Is his anus stretched out? Is Hollywood wearing one of those Depend diapers? Let me slow down. Arrogant, defiant. Okay, let me get to the showrunner before we talk about Gilbert Arenas. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Does anybody have the video with my nigga Kwame Brown? Oh, going in. Kwame Brown went in balls deep on Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharpe. If anybody has that video, please send it to me, okay? Now, should Trump be impeached over Epstein files? I couldn't shorten that anymore. So on the screen, that's how I want you to understand it. And that's how I want to convey it to you. Should Trump be impeached over Epstein files? Now, Trump has been impeached before. I voted for Trump. You know this already 3 times. If you don't know something about me, or you do know something about me, I vote for the presidents so that they can protect my rights. That's it. I'm nobody's fan. I don't need a handout. I don't need, some type of homie friend. No, do your goddamn job. You're a politician. All politicians lie. Politicians are the ones who started this whole transparency. Yes, they should be. If you're a private business owner, you don't have to be transparent. Stop saying that. But politicians need to be transparent. If you make accusations and then you make claims that you're going to release something to the public, then do it. Do it. Now, I'm not tripping off of the Epstein files, who lays down with little people and, pedo behavior. I don't even want to say it on my show. I'm not tripping off of that. But I suspect most of those people, the upper elites, to be involved in that type of kinky, weird behavior. Again, I told you about NAMBLA decades ago. Some of you said, "Ooh, I've never even heard of that." If you say you're going to do something, do it. You answer to the people. The people voted him in office. The DOJ. Do you know where the process is right now in terms of demanding that the files be released, the list, and so on and so forth? So I'm asking you, should he be impeached? If you know politics, call in. Call in. Let's have a conversation. This is the objective perspective. This is not an echo chamber. I've told you that for decades. I give you the last word. I want to hear from you. Most of you are smarter than me. You're younger than me. You know how to work these goddamn mobile devices better than me. Should he be impeached? Do you know what an impeachment means? This is his last term in office. The Republicans, a lot of them are pulling away from him. I don't give a goddamn about the diversions, the MLK files and other things. I don't care about that. I mean, I appreciate the information that we already knew, but other things, I don't, no, stop it with the diversions. Give us the goddamn files. You promised them. Pam Bundy as well. Are you up to speed? Pam Bundy promised the files. Some of you have been emailing me, calling this show, yo, Epsi. Okay, here we go. I'm asking you, even though I voted for him 3 times, should he be impeached? Okay. All right, phone lines are open. And let me just say with also, guys, we've switched from Cash App. Please take note to the Venmo information on the screen one more time. And Janet, are you out there? Are you available, Janet? Because Janet was saying that after Shannon Sharpe, correct me if I'm wrong, after he pays off or something to that effect, there should be an investigation. Is that what Janet said? She said the feds should come snatch him. Area code 862. Good afternoon. Are you there?
What's going on, sir? This SW from East Orange, New Jersey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, girl. How are you? Thank you for calling.
I'm doing okay. I saw the news this morning, probably around like maybe 6 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
And the first thing that came to my mind was Shannon Sharpe. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him out of here.
Yeah.
Got him out of here. You know, like I said before, you know, nobody's exempt. And he should have been a lot smarter, but he's not. He's not a smart person. He's actually gotten lucky from a lot of the things that he have done and piggy banks off a lot of people. And he thought that he was exempt from the game. No, you're not. You know, ESPN is not going to look bad for nobody. He should have already saw this coming months and months and months ago. You know, you ruined your reputation.
If I can jump in for a second, I think that he's delusional and defiant. I mean that when I say showing no remorse. He's put out a video on his show with Ocho Cinco trying to talk about the importance of his brother getting into the goddamn Hall of Fame. I don't give a goddamn. Has he taken some time off or vacation? I don't think so, according to what I've seen.
I don't, not to be honest with you, I'm not really sure, but I did see that clip this morning talking about how he felt bad because this was overshadowing his brother from getting into the NFL Hall of Fame. And, you know, I don't really follow too much about his brother, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about something that I don't know. But I just feel as though like Shannon Sharpe was acting bigger than what he was. And he got his wake up call. That's what he got, you know? And it could have went really bad for him. It could be worse. There's probably other people that's going to be coming out the woodworks at this point.
I think the feds are coming.
Start paying people.
I think the feds. I think the feds are coming. I think Janet was right. The feds are coming. When you, I mean, doing this settlement is not technically an admission of guilt. It's not an admission of guilt. However, the feds can come in and try to build a case based upon probable cause and some other things. Get other people to testify, if you will, and then to promise to be truthful. I think the feds are coming. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the feds are coming too. I think there's going to be other victims. I think there's going to be other people that they're going to convince to come out and speak. I think that they're going to try to get rid of him. I think that he was just too comfortable. I just think that he got sloppy, and I think that he should have really been taken. We're in the Me Too era where you can't do anything. They're pulling up things from 20, 30 years ago what people did. and they're canceling people. So he should have been smarter than what he was. But he's not an intellectual. He's not. I think that he got lucky, you know?
Okay.
And I feel as though like his luck ran out. No more hopping out of the van with a little Coach bag on and looking fugazi and crazy. I just think that he didn't play his cards out right. And I think it's going to be really bad for him. I think he needs to go somewhere and sit down.
Is he an old goofy that needs to go down?
Yeah, he is. He's one of the people that should, like, come on. Like, you should be old enough to know. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's 55, 56. He should know better to be moving with people like this. Like, you over here going out with Instagram models that could be like the same age as your daughter. Like, well, how are you moving? Like, in this day and age, it's better off to either be single, have some sort of verbal, not even verbal, but like documentation. You know, you just got to put your ducks in a row. And for somebody to be, you know, successful as he is, who are the people that are around you, bro? Why are nobody just checking you and saying, look, hey, you can't do that? And at his age, to be honest with you, and Monique said it on his show.
He's too old not to know better.
Harry,
too old not to know better.
Yeah, like you're too old not to know better.
Yeah. And
you should not be up here dating these girls that's probably younger than your daughter. Yeah. It doesn't even make any sense. Go somewhere and get married. Okay. Do some shit with your wife. Like,
I need you to watch the language, baby, please. Watch the language.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now hold on a second. I'm asking the question, you know, should Trump be impeached over the Epstein files? Any thoughts about that?
It all depends. It all depends on what's in there. Because everybody's talking about the Epstein file, like, what is he in there for? And I think that if he gets impeached, and you know how Trump is, he's a sore loser. So if he's going down, everybody in there is going down. So we got to be careful when we open Pandora's box.
Can I ask how old are you, darling?
Hang
on. Let's take it slow. Can I ask how old are you? I think we spoke before.
I am 43 years old.
Okay.
I'm 43.
No one, listen to me clearly, is above the law. Don't talk about we got to be careful. No one is above the law.
No. I'm not saying that no one.
Well, baby, hold on. Let's talk. You talk. I talk. Let's not talk on top of each other. Do you vote?
Yes, I did vote.
Okay. I voted for the man 3 times, but if he can't do his job, he's got to go. If something's getting in the way, babies, let's not talk on top of each other. It's the last time I'm going to ask you. I talk, you talk. Okay. So I'm just asking the question. Should he be impeached? Don't be scared. Don't be scared of the white man. It's like you're scared.
No, I'm not scared of the white man. I'm not scared. I'm just saying, like, you know, I feel like there's other things that's going to come out with the Jeff Epstein files and other people that's going to be involved in that. I'm not scared because I'm not going to be in handcuffs and shackles on my feet. So I don't really care. But I just feel as though like there's going to be other people that's going to come out of the woodworks and be like, okay, this person was involved. This person, people that we didn't even think that was involved in this type of stuff. So it's a lot.
That's the whole point of impeaching him. Baby, I got to go. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I appreciate the call, but I don't think she understood my question. That's the point. Shake the tree. See what else falls out. Okay. Yes, guys, I know that Gilbert Arenas has been released. Please don't send me a bunch of emails. I know this. I got notes here. I'm ready. I come prepared, as you know. I've got articles here. It's going to be a long research show. I want to talk about the process of impeachment, key aspects, and other things, if you want to. Don't get scared now. You've been emailing me, when you go talk about the Epstein files. Come on, let's go. Hey, Valerie, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, darling. Okay. Someone sent me, okay, guys, we got to stay focused on what we're talking about right now. Let's stay focused. I have a video I want to play about Watergate as well. I'm sorry, where's Gene Richmond, number 9? I want to get him on the line here. Area code 602. Good afternoon. Please watch the language. We're having a research discussion here. Are you up to speed? 602.
Hey, how you doing, man? Appreciate you having me on.
I'm good, sir. How are you?
As far as should Trump be impeached, maybe I think a little different because my views on the presidency and the government is a little different.
Okay.
I don't feel like Trump is the reason why the Epstein files aren't being released.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's. I mean, I get. Of course, they're gonna tell us, yeah, he's the one in charge right now. He's not releasing because he's not on it. There's a lot of people on that, and the government is protecting all of those people because there are other government officials. There's other celebrities. There's a lot of folks on those files that they don't want to name, but they have to have a scapegoat. And right now, Trump is the one in office. He's a scapegoat. As far as the technical term impeachment, I mean, yes, if you truly believe he's the reason why they're not coming out and that's what's being shown, then yes, that would follow the rules of being impeachment because it's misconduct in his office at the time that people want
Bingo.
the information that. So
Bingo.
Yes, but I don't believe he's the reason why they're not coming out. I believe they were never going to let the Epstein files come out in the beginning. It was like it's almost like they're dangling a carrot over our head and like, you guys want to know. So we're still engaged. They're not telling us nothing. They're never going to let those files get released, no matter who's in office. But by the book, by the standard, yes, he could be impeached. He could be charged because it fits the bill. But
okay.
I don't agree with it.
Stay with me. I appreciate the call. Again, as someone who voted for him, I want him to do his job. Would you agree that the president's job is to protect our rights? He's the commander in chief, according to the Bill of Rights. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Most things get done in this country by way of Congress. The president has to go to Congress. I don't mean to go back to Barack Obama, but, Obama went to Congress with regards to the LGBTQ plus and all that stuff, and they gave him approval. Black folk didn't get nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Pam Bondi promised the Epstein files. Trump promised the Epstein files. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
We want to know, the public, and I'm speaking on behalf of those who have been saying to me, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. You promised the public. Make it on your promise, or else we get you up out of there. It's that simple. He's been impeached before. We will see what's in those files. Maybe not in his administration, or maybe we will. I don't know, but do you want to see what's in the files? I want to see what they're hiding. I don't necessarily care about the pedos. I think most of them are liars, pedos, whatever. They practice bestiality and all sorts of stuff. Do you want to know what they're hiding?
Yeah, of course. But I do want to know what I'm hiding, but I'm also a conspiracy theorist. So most of us already feel like we know. The same way we already knew that Cassie was Diddy's sex slave. We already knew that 12 years ago. But now it's common knowledge. People who are in conspiracy theorists, well, they already pretty much knows on the Epstein files. It's the general public that needs that confirmation. But whether I see them or not, I believe the majority of celebrities and people who are on at that $1 billion stage, they didn't get there from being honest, genuine people. So I'm already on that realm. So I don't really care if the Epstein files I feel like they're never going to tell us. I like to have hope in the government that they're going to do so. I would prefer they do that, but I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all.
I want hard evidence, damn hope. I want the goddamn files so we can see who's been freaking, who's been misusing public funds and all that sort of jazz. But anything else you want to say? I'll let you land your plane. You have the final word, as you know.
And then, on the last thing with Trump, not Trump, Shannon. Shannon's a goofy. He's a goofy. He's too old to be getting fooled. He didn't need to do what he did. But I'm on the other side of it, though. Like, I think a lot of these ESPN analysts, a lot of these co-hosts, talk shows, they're goofy, too. And if we dug into their life, they probably have some other goofy stuff that they did, too. So I'm not necessarily on the bandwagon of him getting fired. I understand why ESPN did what they did. They're owned by Disney. They're going to have to follow suit and do what they do. But I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think he should be fired for being a goofy. I think just it being known and that he's a goofy is enough. You already fired.
Well, hang on a second. Since you interjected, fired for being a goofy. No, he's been let go by a corporation whose bottom line is not just the public interest, but they have a board, shareholders, and they want to avoid future and potential lawsuits. That's the reason why they said to him, no, we're not going to honor your request for your brother. Would you agree? It's all illegal proceeding after a certain point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand why ESPN did what they did. Again, there's probably a moral clause. They have bottom line. I agree what they did. I'm just saying personally, like, if I get the business decision behind it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying overall, he's just a goofy. And, you know, I think it was a shakedown. She got her money. She quit OnlyFans. This is exactly what he said he was.
She caught a lick. She caught a lick. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
A lick.
She hit a lick.
I appreciate the call.
She found an old trick. How hit a lick. Right. All right.
Thank you, sir. Salute. Thank you. Thank you.
No,
great call. Great call. I want you folks to speak. Speak freely. I'm gonna ask you a question or two, but for the most part, I want to hear from you. Again, you're younger, you're smarter. A lot of you are educated, much better than me. Hang on a second. Who's texting me? Yes, thank you, Deeds. We've already spoken about that, and I've already given a lot of detail with regards to how someone can be fired for something called cause, and that can be a very vague explanation, but it can get worked out or not in arbitration or in discovery or in a deposition, but cause. And they have moral turpitude as well in many of the contracts today, especially because of social media. You say something on social media, you do something that causes harm to the brand and or image of a corporation or a private entity, you can be fired for cause. Okay. Let me play another video here with regards to Gilbert Arenas. We are going to be here today. We're going to be here for a while. Thank you to, I'm sorry, guys, I'm doing a lot. Who's on the screen there? Don't Believe Media? Okay. It's best for him to take the impeachment or else. I fear a second attempt will be imminent. Okay. Thank you for your comments, sir. I'm just asking the question, should he be impeached? That's how you get to the bottom of things. Give me a minute. I'm going to play the old video with regards to Richard Nixon, for those who may want to take a look back into time, okay? All right. This is another game, Goofy. Damn. What was he doing, Gilbert Arenas? Oh, my God. With the Israelis. Oh, my God. Here we go.
Alvin, former NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested and is now facing federal charges for allegedly running an illegal gambling ring out of his San Fernando Valley home.
Arenas, along with several others, were arrested today. One of them, a suspected high-level member of an Israeli organized crime group. Arenas has already made his first court appearance, facing a judge this afternoon in downtown L.A. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Encino with more. Mary Beth.
Yeah, and Mike and Jerry, as the hours wear on, I'm getting to read these court documents a little bit further. And so it appears that the illegal gaming up here at this Encino mansion began back in September 2021 and then came to a screeching halt the night of July 19th, 2022. That's when the feds raided this Encino mansion. And at the time, there were 26 high-stakes poker players inside, as well as a lot of staff that were made up of young women, chefs, valets, and security guards.
You're asking me, I'm telling you.
Former NBA All-Star turned podcaster Gilbert Arenas was allegedly running illegal high-stakes poker games out of his Encino mansion. Arenas, who the feds dubbed Agent Zero, and 7 others, including a
Agent Zero? Is this nigga Fed? What do you mean Agent Zero?
suspected Israeli international crime boss and a West Hollywood lawyer have been charged in a federal indictment. The former Washington Wizards player is accused of renting out his Encino mansion on Gable Drive for the illegal games, which were allegedly hosted by his co-conspirators. According to court documents, Arenas texted one of his co-conspirators.
Oh my goodness. What is that right there? Is that one of the poker tables? Arenas Poker Club. Pay attention.
This picture of a poker table in connection to the games, which allegedly took place from September 2021 to July 2022. A neighbor recalls seeing unusual activity and scantily clad women during that time frame.
Well, just mostly people coming out at all hours of the night. Usually I'd see women, though, coming out. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning and taking off with whomever in a car down the street.
The alleged.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Can I get an amen for anybody who has a nosy white neighbor like that, an older Karen? I love those types. I make friends with them right away because I want them watching my home where I live, or if I rent the place that I rent. Can I get an amen for the old Karen all up in the camera, not giving a damn about being seen?
Israeli crime boss Yevgeny Gershman is accused of hiring young women who, in exchange for tips, served drinks, provided massages, and offered companionship to the poker players. The women were charged a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games.
The more people you have who are willing to engage in stuff that's illegal or high risk puts us all in certain situations.
Damn, she's still talking. Damn.
That we don't want to be in.
Arenas and several of his co-defendants have been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. Arenas was also charged with 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. Yeah, he apparently told investigators that he didn't know what was going on up here at his Encino mansion. And we have learned that the mansion was sold a few years ago and now operates as a drug and alcohol rehab facility. For now, reporting live here in Encino, Mary Beth McDade, send it back to you guys.
Well, I missed that. What did she just say? Let me run that back.
We have learned that the mansion was sold a few years ago and now operates as a drug and alcohol rehab facility. For now, reporting live here in Encino, Mary Beth McDade, send it back to you guys in the studio.
So lying on his tax returns, saying that this was some type of drug and rehab facility. Meanwhile, he's conducting gambling events and what have you. Boris, thank you for tapping in. So, Boris, I got your emails, man. Good to hear from you.
Здравствуйте, старик. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would like to start this call by saying, to quote a wise man and say, black wins forever, snow bunnies never. Haven't your grandparents taught you anything, Mr. Shannon ain't Sharpe? You always preach about how wise they were. However, you haven't taken 1 single lesson from them. Now look at you. You fumbled $100 million bag.
Now hang on,
Mr. Starr. I would like.
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
His grandparents said that to him, or you just reciting something that he should have known?
No, I am quoting Dr. Umar, but I am just mocking him for always dropping knowledge, so-called knowledge, know, pseudo knowledge from his grandparents. So what good is this knowledge if you cannot make it practical when it really matters? You are talking to a woman that can be your granddaughter. You know. If I may make a conspiracy theory about why he decided to settle, in his last episode, this Undisputed, which aired in June of 2023, he called his daughter next to him, and to my liking, his wrist rested a little bit too further down her body. Perhaps the woman, the snow bunny that he retired from OnlyFans, maybe she may have had some, closet. I mean, a skeleton in his closet. You never know what kind of freaky fetishes he was into. I find it absurd. I even sent you the email that he earned total in his career 22.3 million from his NFL earnings. However, he was in a negative 700K when he allegedly settled for 23 million.
If I can jump in right there, Boris, if I can jump in. So technically he's going to be paying the basic Becky installments. And I don't know what that agreement looks like.
He's on the Jason Taylor plan. You know how Jason Taylor has to pay every month. He's on the same layaway plan.
But now, hold on a second. If he misses a payment, then I'm sure there's going to be interest and penalties or something. Maybe because Janet said, if I remember correctly, Janet, if you're out there, that the feds should look into his settlement. If he misses a payment, hypothetically speaking, I don't even like to do hypotheticals, do you think then that allows her, the basic Becky, to possibly go to the authorities?
Yeah, of course, anything is possible. You must, I forget which baby mother of an athlete is now dragging her baby father for not making payments, and they are garnishing his wages. If you look at Mr. Shannon Sharpe, he has dramatically sized down his luxurious appearance. You know, back when he made the whole podcast with Cat Williams, he was draped in this, the finest jewelry. He was talking like a big shot, and now he has been humbled. He has his tail between his legs. You know what I mean? I would also like to, since we're kicking men when they're down, to add a little bit of salt to Chad Ochocinco, who headbutted, what's her name?
Wait a minute.
He headbutted his fiance for finding condom receipts.
Hold on a second. Now, I spoke about that briefly earlier. He split her skull. She was bleeding.
Correct.
Paramedics had to come. Now, he has since gotten past it, but that broke off the engagement. Troll babies, did you know that? Ocho Cinco, AKA, pardon me, Chad Johnson. He cracked Evelyn Lozada's forehead. Bow! They were on that reality show.
Right. Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives. Go ahead.
Yeah. She allegedly found condom receipts in his bag or something, and she was giving him some attitude, and he decided for their foreheads to have a discussion. And, he gave her a nasty gash in her forehead. So I think that, their whole time is coming up. Lastly, Mr. Starr, I want to make some notation about Goofy Arenas. The thing with him, he is messing with the worst kind of crowd. These are not Israelis, Mr. Starr. These are not Israelis. These are Russians. They are even worse than the Israelis, because if you look at the names, there is only one traditional Hebrew name over there, the Cohen guy. The other three are named Yevgeny. It does not get more Russian than that, And if you can look at their ages, you can tell that they immigrated to the Smallhead land when the Soviet Union collapsed.
Right.
So if he wants to act all childish, because I'm sure you saw the footage of him being bailed out, and he's saying that he's going to snitch. If he
stop right there, Boris. Boris, stop right there. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to play that video, but yeah, I saw that he was wearing some slides or sandals or something, whatever you call those things, coming down the stairs. And you're right. He's talking about snitching already, Gilbert Arenas. So the people that you just mentioned, I don't want to stereotype them, but if they are, the real deal, he could go missing sooner than later.
Oh, he will. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, if he decides to take the wrong move, because like I said, he is messing with a double-edged sword, a small hat and a Russian. It does not get more gangster than that. And I think, neither one of us is a religious person, but to quote you, Star, I wanted to say, isn't God beautiful? Look at what is happening to Mr. Arenas, because what he did to Javaris Crittenton. If you know anything about their history, there is a special on Netflix called Untold.
Oh, yes.
And when I watched that, I got a little bit of a glimpse as to the whole saga. I've always heard about it. I never understood what it was. I thought it was a poker game gone bad. And speaking of poker, this just goes to show how far his his roots go for gambling, and he was clowning MJ for wanting to be for saying he's an addict.
Right.
But look at what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
This goes to 2007. So what he did to this young man, Javaris Christensen, he was a man who came from humble beginnings, from a rough upbringing. He did fairly well in school, but he was messing around with the wrong crowd. He became a member of the Crip, while in the NBA, because he did not have the proper guidance. And Gilbert Arenas, he has this whole shtick in which he likes to push and poke at his teammates. And Javaris, I'm pretty sure he has seen some stuff in his life. He has seen some trauma. Gilbert told him, I will come here tomorrow with a gun. And that's when the whole saga unfolded. And ever since then, he was out of the NBA. And I think that now he's getting, I think that God is throwing Gilbert now with this lawsuit. He's facing 15 years.
Well, let me say,
it's a beautiful circle.
I'm going to be tuned into Kwame Brown. I know he's very, very excited about the news. Hey, Boris, not that you have to, but I'm just asking the question for those who keep talking about the Epstein files and so on and so forth. Should Trump be impeached over the promise he and Pam Bondi of these files, which they're now claiming is a big nothing burger?
I think that he needs to do what he promised to do, which is to expose the files.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's no different than everybody else before him.
Bingo.
Joe Biden, they all can talk a mean game. They all can promise.
Bingo.
But if you do not deliver on what you promised, you are just a puppet. You have Biden or Kamala who are on the left side of the puppet show, and you are on the right side.
Right.
So yes, I would like to see him and all the other elites go down with him. It is the year of exposure. You know what I mean? Everybody has to go down.
I'm friends to no one. So yeah, if he's withholding things from the public, yeah, drag him out of that goddamn White House in shackles. Boris, good to talk to you, man.
Have a good night. Take care, stuff.
Thank you. Okay. Pam Bondi promised files. Rory, I see you. Rory, do you want to call in? The White Denzel. Area code 917. Good afternoon. Please watch the language. Are you there?
Yes,
917?
sir. I'm here. Yes, sir.
Thanks
for answering. I said it before and I'll say it again. A fool and his money are soon parted. You know, rest in peace to the career.
Well, sir, that's an old Bible saying. You didn't start that. Come on. What are you doing?
No, I didn't start it. I called once before and said it, but
I don't remember, sir. Where do you want to start?
I think that he's going to crash out further. I think he's going to crash out further. Sometimes people start dropping marbles and it's one after another and it's just a domino effect. And he's, still going live.
Can you tell us who is he, sir? Who's he?
I'm talking about Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, okay. Unk, come on.
Unk. Yeah, I mean, I think he messed up big time. I mean, obviously he messed up big time. He got a girl who had nothing to lose and he had a lot to lose. So,
Sir, that was a child.
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of the girl Amy Heltoff or something like that. Just that sad girl vibe, and she'd have been better off getting a influencer or somebody who's a little more got something going on for themselves. You know what I mean?
Hold on a second. Stay with me. It's early afternoon. For 23 million, how many mammies do you think he could have had on payroll for 23 million?
More than 23 million of them. You know what I mean?
About 100, sir. About 100 mammies on payroll for 5 years. He gave a basic Becky 23, 24 million. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see it just because, seeing someone like that on the come up, but, it is what it is. Not having the discipline. He's acting like someone who just came into money, and I know he must have had millions already from playing in the NFL. So it's crazy for me to see that he could fumble it like that. You know what I mean? Something like that is just, it's almost like hard to believe. You know what I mean? But
stay with me, sir. It's early.
Okay.
Do you think that Hollywood is somewhere right now with a swollen bussy and mad at the world?
I don't know nothing about that. But I'm sure
Hollywood, his former stylist, who probably got 20K, and a handshake. He only committed to 30,000.
Okay.
Hold on, he only committed to 30,000 for his daughter's wedding. Did you hear him say that to Ochocinco?
Yeah. I did hear that, and that's what makes this so crazy. You know what I mean? Like for him to have such arrogance and talk about his own child in such a way. You know what I mean? When he's on the come up, he's got millions, he's flossing diamonds. And I feel like the whole Cat Williams interview skyrocketed him to a household name when most people, average people, didn't even really know who he was.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that probably brought so much attention and ego boost to him. When now he's sitting back, it's the mind of someone who hits like a broke person who hits the lotto. That could ruin someone's life. I've seen people come up in a bag and their whole life just goes down the drain. So that's basically what's happening to him, and it's it's crazy to see it in real time.
Well, hang on a second. Stay with me. Now, I'm here to drag that old nigga. Let's be clear. I'm here to feast off of his carcass. Is it not a good thing that he is there for us to see? What did you say? A fool and his money shall part. That's from the Bible, and you've got to get get the correct pronunciation of that. You're saying something off. I couldn't hear, but it's nice that we can see this fool go down in flames because it helps others coming up know what not to do. Wouldn't you say? This is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. I used him as an example to a friend of mine today who was talking about getting some side, which is, but when you're risking your family, your children over some random, act of pleasure for a night or two, when you got a lot riding, your career, your family, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's definitely not worth it. I could see if you're out of town, you're on the road, that's a one night thing, bang, bang, but something like this is crazy. You know what I mean? And he's fumbling millions of dollars. So, it's a good example for us all, for many of us.
Look at God, sir.
I shouldn't do that.
Look at God.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
I appreciate the call.
So, can I just speak on Trump really quick?
Oh, okay. Pardon me. Hold on a second. I'm just asking the question. And thank you for the donation. Who's that on the screen? Hold on a second, sir. Concrete Jungle. Thank you for your donation. Okay. I'm just asking the question. Should Trump be impeached? I voted for him. I'm just asking.
I think that for what it is, until people really know what's in those files, it's hard to say. I don't fully understand what the impeachment really means, because as far as I remember, he got impeached and he was still the president.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to get him out of office. But if anything,
so we want the files. Hold on.
We want the files.
Hold on a second. I got time. I got time. Do you want to Google impeached? How old are you?
I don't have access right now to Google that because I just got my phone and I'm doing some other things. But
impeached refers to the process of formally accusing a public official of misconduct. In the United States, the House of Representatives can impeach or formally charge a federal official, while the Senate then holds a trial to potentially remove the official from office. And then it goes down with regards to the process, impeachment offenses, conviction, judgment, and other things.
Absolutely.
We want the files. The files.
Yeah, he promised the files, and it should be released. And if anything, he should be impeached on that, but also it's like causing public mayhem, and it's making the country look bad just internationally. You know what I mean? Like when you travel to other countries, I'm a musician. I travel to other countries.
Okay.
I tour. People are like, yo, what is up with your country? What's going on? And it's like, it is what it is. But as a leader, you want to be someone who can unify. Of course, there's always going to be division, but when you're creating such a distraction on a daily basis of so many ways, and he's literally talking about, he came out, I think the other day, he was talking about how Epstein took some of his employees, and he's basically incriminating himself. And it kind of reminds me of what
he said he stole a minor from him.
You give a guy enough rope, and then
Sir. He said he stole a minor from him at the country club or something like that.
Exactly.
Might be time to go, but I appreciate the call, sir.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Peace.
What about Pam Bondi, troll babies? What about Pam Bondi? Oh, I would love to see her in shackles. Please don't get soft on me. You know, you've been asking me to talk about this. I'm talking about it in my own way. Some of you sound like you're about to shed a tear for a cracker. Don't do that. Please don't do it. Where's number 9, Gene Richmond? Y'all up here going soft on the cracker. Where's number 9? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Janet. Thank you for tapping in. I got your emails. Janet.
Hey, Star. How are you?
I'm alive, Janet. Niggas are dying. Niggas are having mild strokes, seizures, epileptic fits. What else? Bell's palsy. And here I am still. Look at God.
Well, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Amen. What's going on?
Amen. I gave you props earlier and I said, you know, Janet, I think Janet was onto something with regards to Shannon Sharpe. Fired from ESPN. Now, I did a show, what was it, 2 months ago, Troll Babies, with the same title, Fired. Now it's official. And I was talking about the possibility of the feds now going into the settlement agreement and then possibly building a case. What say you?
Right, because the judge ordered the tape. Remember, he said it was a tape, and then it was rumored that they was watching the tape during the what's they call when they talk amongst each other, and he walked out, and the judge ordered that tape not to be destroyed. That was in the Sun publication. I sent you that. So I think it might be criminal charges because the whole thing was she said rape. That's what she said in her paperwork. That's what she made it official as being. You can't go to Vegas and everybody get raped. You get raped.
Okay, hold on a second, Janet. I need you to put a G in front of that R word today because it's very early in the daytime. But go ahead.
Okay, so they can't do that because you're circumventing justice. You're paying for justice. So what you're stating by this settlement, even though that she put the word grape in there so many times, that the state of Vegas could say, okay, as long as you can pay the
the state of Nevada.
Okay.
Nevada.
Nevada. I'm sorry. You could pay the girl off. Yeah. You understand? And that's not right. That circumventing justice all the way around. It lends to more victimhood, based on a person's economic standing. So it's like you can't go to Vegas and then say, okay, like I said before, you get a grape, you get a grape, you get a grape, you get a grape. You can't do that. You can't do that. Justice must stand. And in this incident with Shannon Sharpe, justice must stand. Justice.
I hope Tisa Tells is on this nigga's neck. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what it was. She put into a
Janet, stop saying that word, please. You've already said it 20 times. Please, no more. I got it. We got it.
I understand. She did. What I'm saying is that's what she did, and
we got that.
And it's what it is.
We got it.
And it is what it is. Yeah. So him being
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So him being fired was the if they felt that this man didn't have any dirt on him or was nothing else coming down the road, they wouldn't have fired him. If they thought his hands was clean by the settlement, they wouldn't have fired him. His hands are not clean.
Yeah.
His hands are not clean at all. It's like digging in crap and then taking a baby wipe and wiping your hands off and claiming yourself sterile. No, you're still dirty.
Right.
You know?
Right. And a total goof. Hold on a second. A total goofy. He showed no remorse. I mean, the clips that I saw, he's just talking about his brother being, put into the NFL Hall of Fame. What? How about you? How about you give us a prayer, bow your head, and shed a tear, you game goofy nigga, and then say I'm gonna take some time off and talk to my pastor. Give us something.
Well, he's not gonna do that because he's too arrogant. He's too arrogant to do that. He knew about this firing a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And from what I read today, it stated that he asked for the announcement to be made Monday.
I've already played that video, Janet. I've already played that video. So we're okay. We're totally.
How you gonna step on your own blood brother day? This is your brother day for the Hall of Fame, and you gonna step on that? You already muddied the water with your children. You already muddied the water with the justice system, and now you're gonna muddy the water with the only man that possibly could have had your back through thick and thin. You're gonna do this to him? What type of person are you? And then everybody, we're gonna go watch Club Shay Shay. This man it got to be the most lowest of snakes that ever crawled on this goddamn earth. He has to be, because everything he said, and he said it publicly, and everything he did, and he did it publicly, it's so negative and just it's just anti-family, it's anti-humanity, it's anti-Christian, it's everything. It's just anti. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What is his problem? Everything he has done up to date publicly has torn down people.
Hold on a second. I see we have a goofy in the live chat. Stop spamming. We don't care about the apology to his brother. Damn his brother. We're talking about everything else aside from his brother. I just had to say that. Go ahead, Janet.
Yeah, but see, now he apologizing to his brother, but the person keeps forgetting that Shannon was the one who asked them to announce it on the day that his brother was getting inducted. He was the one who asked him for it to be announced. So don't tell.
Well, no. Hold on, Janet. He wanted it to be announced next week, but now again, I'm not going to play the video again because I'm not trying to catch a copyright strike, but. He's trying to push this false narrative that, he and ESPN were trying to work this out. No, they're trying to get rid of you because they don't know who else is going to come out of the woodwork or make some type of claim and have them to then answer in a deposition or discovery that they gave him time to make the announcement. No, it's business. You've got to go. So let's go back for a second because I've already discussed what you're saying now earlier in the show here. State of Nevada, I have not had time to check with any type of legal statutes, but they might be able to, again, as you said, build a case now to literally build a case.
There's no statute, a limitation on that word in Nevada, in the state of Nevada. It's a simple Google. So I don't want people to say, "Oh no, she don't know what she's talking about." No, first of all, I lived in Nevada.
Okay,
I lived in Fallon, Nevada for like almost 2 years. It's called Fallon, Nevada. I lived there. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: there's no statute of limitation for grape in that state.
Okay.
So even if you have the 5-year for the federal, because that's usually the limitation value on most federal things is 5 years.
Okay.
But
I just need you to stop saying that word, please. We've said it enough, and we got these audio algorithms, scanning the shows. Okay.
But I didn't say the word again.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to take.
I didn't say the word again.
Preventive measures.
I've been careful when you told me. I say blank. I didn't say the word again. Once you tell me something, I'm gonna listen.
Thank you. Hey, can I ask? Can I ask you to address my question? Should Trump be impeached over the Epstein files?
Well, you can impeach him all day, but he has presidential immunity. Remember, they did that thing with the Supreme Court. So either way it goes, he won't get in trouble. So yeah, they can impeach it. It's just a horse and pony show.
Okay. Well, hold on. When I'm talking about an impeachment, it's not just him; it's others who may have information with regards to possible misconduct. Other public officials. Don't just give them a pass. Don't just give them a pass. Everyone has to answer to the law. And I played a video earlier, maybe you didn't see it or not, with regards to Richard Nixon. No one is above the law. So let's not just give him a pass as if he can wiggle right out of it. No, we're talking about something that was promised to the public. Politicians preach transparency. Pam Bondi and others.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, it all depends. See, like with this list, the list has been made public. The list is still on the web. I can get it in less than 5 minutes. You know, that with letters and all kinds of stuff is still there on different services, so people can get it if they really want to. And with this, if he promised the Epstein files, he can give anything to the public and call it a day. But if he don't give anything, if he just says it's a nothing burger, but I don't think it rises to impeachment.
Okay.
It rises to his him losing lack of trust in his constituents. But I don't think it rises to impeachment. No.
Okay. Do you personally want to see the files? And we're talking about the files, everything.
I've seen the files. I've seen the files.
Oh, well, hold on. Well, then share the files. If you've seen everything, share it. Because you know what, Janet? Hold on. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they're saying, where's the files? But you've got the files. You've got them.
I had sent them to you about 2 or 3 years ago. I read them. That cloud.
All the files. Hold on. All the files that they're claiming they want, you've got them.
Everybody should have a copy of those files. I read the files. They was released on WikiLeaks.
Well, then please post the files. Send me a link so everybody can stop looking. You've got the files. Please send us a link.
I ain't sending you the link that they have where they have the files at. That link is empty. You have it in your email. That cloud server is empty. But there is another link that has everything on it, and it's on a different server. But if it was on a public, so it's still there.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not sending no files to anybody because I don't want a whole bunch of black Jeeps and trucks outside my house knocking on my door just because the people the troll babies of Star Report wanted to see a list. No, it ain't gonna happen. As far as I'm concerned, I seen the list 4 years ago, 2 to 4 years ago, and I may be mistaken. That might have been a recipe I was looking at.
Oh, God.
So no.
Thank you, Janet.
That's not, that's how it is.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I like talking to Janet. Is it Terrence? Terrence Brown. Yes, Trump should be impeached. He's been promising the Epstein files. Yes. So, yes, impeach him and give him the title, the most impeached president. Yeah. And give us those files. Well, Janet says she's seen them. So we need to stop even having these conversations. Guys, hold on a second. I get so many videos to play. Okay, we played the Watergate video. Oh my God. Is Ray J okay? Troll babies. He looks like he's tweaking. There was an interview with him and Cam Newton. Oh my God. Looks like he was shaking in his boots. I couldn't make heads or tails of what he was talking about. Ray J. Oh, there you are, sir. Area code 203, Gene Richmond, a.k.a. number 9. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure to be here. I just want to get right into the Epstein file.
Please.
Now, I want to ask you this. Virginia Giuffre, who was going to appear in front of a grand jury to share the information she had in regards to the sex ring of Jeffrey Epstein, but somehow she has committed suicide and she is no longer with us. Former Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, said he was aware of Jeffrey Epstein in Israel with certain connections about 2 years ago. Now he said it's all lies and they have no information or no communication with Jeffrey Epstein. Alan Dershowitz, popular attorney, Alan Dershowitz, who represented Jeffrey Epstein several years ago, said that we should have transparency in regards to the Jeffrey Epstein case only about 3 years ago. And now Alan Dershowitz, who appeared on Fox and Friends recently, said that we should not pursue this. Everything died with Jeffrey Epstein, and it should be put away. Now, the question I'm going to ask you again now is Kash Patel, who said, the head of the FBI, who said it's an ongoing investigation, has now said with his deputy, Dan Bongino, that there is no additional information. They've seen everything. The case is closed. So I'm asking you now, loose ends are being tied. Now, why are the loose ends being tied when there is a potential blacklist, a black book of a sex trafficking ring? There is high profile names and connections to the sex trafficking ring. I mean, this man was blackmailing people to hold evidence on people for other intelligence agencies. Now, why does a president who at one point agreed that the Epstein case and file should be shown to the public, released, but now this same man, same president of the United States says, if you're going to continue, as the public continue to talk about the Jeffrey Epstein case, then you no longer should support me. And I would tell Mr. Donald, and I would tell Mr. Donald Trump, then you, pal, got a bigger problem.
Right.
Then you got a bigger problem. If you can sit there and open your mouth and say, oh, you people don't need to support me, then we will turn on you.
Right.
We will turn on you. And Donald Trump will be number one in my target, number one in my crosshairs if he does not release the files. Because the American people, this is a dereliction of civics, and this is a violation of the public, that we should know what is going on behind the scenes in this high-profile case. And we as a people should not settle for less, not settle for these high-profile politicians and these people in the American government that tell us that there's nothing here when the people want to see this file. I think it's important to allow the file to be released, and we need to see it.
I agree with everything you've just said, and beautifully presented. Yeah, I voted for the man. So did you. But you can't make promises.
Absolutely.
You can't make promises to the public and then turn around and say, well, it's a nothing burger. You don't need it. And then you're giving us all sorts of diversions of things like that, as if, we should just settle down. That's a slap in the face of democracy. So I agree with everything you've said. Janet said that the files have already been released. You want to speak to that?
Well, I think, I respect your journalistic approach, but I think you owe us an apology that you allow an inebriated, drunk black woman to come on this show
easy.
and say she has the files. No, I'm sorry, but you allow this woman to come on this show and openly boast that she's seen the files and she's had the files. I find that highly bizarre. That she can just openly, no, nothing against her, but can openly say this at this hour of the day in the current state that she's in. Okay. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. Right. Pam Bondi, how old is she? I forget. I'll Google. Well, she's a little snippy thing, but I like her, she was promising files, and she even said at one point, I've got them on my desk very openly. I've got the files, and now nothing. Okay, and let me just say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, Pam Bondi was one of the champions of releasing the documents. She went on national television and said, this is something that the American people have the right to see. Her words, not mine. And then all of a sudden she said, oh, there's no blacklist, there's no sex trafficking, there's nothing here, case closed. Well, how did that change? In a few short months, how did that change?
Pam Bondi is 59. Damn, she looks good. Now hold on a second. Now, you know the policy. When you call people's names and then, you can't just take shots and not let them respond. Hey, Janet, are you there? Janet?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
What's going on, Janet? You call back.
Well, I heard number 9 trying to address me, which I don't understand because I don't work for the Sharpe report. I don't get paid by the Sharpe report. I'm not a public figure, so he's putting things on me that are not true. And I just want to know if you want to keep doing that.
Okay.
That's the only thing I want to know.
Okay, I don't owe you nothing. You came up on here silly drunk on night train and smoking cigarettes and talking nonsense to the people. I don't owe you anything.
So you're gonna stick with that? You're gonna stick with that? All right. So you're
anything.
So you're saying that I come up here and
number 9. Number 9, take it easy. Number 9, take it easy. Number 9, let Janet respond. All right.
So you come up here and you mention my name, though I'm not a public figure. And you're saying I'm drunk, I'm smoking cigarettes, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and you're gonna stand on that. That's your manhood. That's the degree of your manhood, right? That's the degree of your manhood that you're gonna stand on some bullshit that you don't know nothing about. All because I think at heart you're jealous of the relationship that when I call in that I can have banter. I think you're jealous of that. I think that your girly ass is so fucking effeminate and jealous of a woman just having a conversation with a man who I think you happen to be in fucking love with.
Right, Janet, can we watch the F-bomb? Janet, we're going in the wrong direction. Janet.
And you want to keep coming
Janet, this is a research show.
Again.
Please, let's not do the profanity. Please.
I apologize. It won't happen again.
All right. Number 9, do you want to respond because you did call Janet out? We have a policy. Number 9, where are you?
Yeah, I think it's a disgusting thing for you to come up here, madam. May I say, since you're the lady of the hour on the Star Show, you must have brownie points, eating pig feet, smoking Cool 100, and drinking Still Reserve. Calling up here drunk at 4:00 in the afternoon. Shame on you.
All right.
Shame on you.
All right, guys, I'm going to get back to the show. Are we good? Can we close this out? I want to get back to the show.
Well, I tell you what. Number 9, one day we will meet in person, and I'm going to do you a favor. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find you a man. I see you like them. You like them light skinned, you like them loud, and all that other stuff. Okay. I'm going to take you out. And I'm going to find you something, and I'm going to go ahead and let you wear a blindfold and let you pretend that that's who you wanted to always have been. Okay? And if it helps, I could help you put your thumb up your
Easy,
butt.
Easy.
And then that way you can have the full enjoyment. Okay. All right. And then that's it.
Thank you, Janet.
Bye-bye.
I'll get back to the show. Hold on a second. Number 9, stay there.
You must be the nigress on the show.
All right. Now,
you must be the nigress.
You see, when you call people's names and then they call in, I have to let them respond accordingly. All right. Well, listen, man. Do you want to finish up? And Rory, sit tight. I see you in the queue. Rory, hold on. Hey, man, I appreciate everything you've said about Trump. And yes, when you're the commander-in-chief, keyword, you owe it to the public who voted you in there. Transparency. Close it out, please. Number 9.
Well, it's also complete transparency, but I also want to tell Donald Trump, we also got to get back to deportations because the numbers are not to what a lot of Americans see as to their liking. So we need to get back to that because Mr. President, this is why myself and many other Americans voted for you. Now, I respect the job that you've been doing in regards to ramping up ICE, the deportation policy, and putting in a more comprehensive immigration policy. This is what I voted for, and I am proud to say Donald Trump has been doing a good job.
Yeah.
But I think the numbers can be increased, and I think we need to ramp it up. But again, show the people. The people want to see the files, release them, and we can put this behind us and continue on.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you as always. Thank you, Gene Richmond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Folks, if you're new to this show, I don't like to go into that, direction in the afternoons. We do that sort of back and forth exchange in the evenings. But, when you call in and you take shots at somebody, I have to let them respond. I don't promote beef, tension, and or drama. Oh, the white Denzel, there you are. Rory is in the building.
Yo. It's good. What's going on, Star?
Listen, man, I need your A game. I know you can give me your A game. No profanity, please. Let's go back.
Yeah, I don't got to curse.
Okay, let's go back. The Cincinnati debacle. You and I had that discussion the other night, and it was a good.
Oh Lord,
it's a good back and forth. But now this thing has really picked up traction nationwide. I haven't even played a video yet. 3 of the, I don't know how many people, 3 people have been arrested. This is a national concern now, and the J.D. Vance has responded. Whoa, all behind a white guy who slapped a black guy first. Right, Rory?
No.
Come on. He's in denial.
I disagree.
Come on.
I mean,
Come on.
all behind white people who went to a jazz festival in their city's downtown,
right.
And they got, when it got dark and it got later at night, as usual, they were outnumbered 90% to 10%, and a bunch of black thugs surrounded this man and his woman and started threatening them and letting them know that you ain't leaving here without a beatdown, So of course, the J.D. Vance and the rest of white America is appalled, and quite frankly, at the end of their black fatigue line. Did you see this woman's face? What they did to her?
I got the video. I'm getting ready to play it. I got the videos.
Yeah, that's disgraceful, man. You see what they did to that woman? And she's minding her business, trying to break up a fight between men. I mean, here we go. Now we got some payback. God bless the white goddess who got into Shannon's pockets and took him for a lot of money, not a little money. I mean, Shannon a goofy at this point. I mean, he lost, half his wealth. And salute to her. There's a little payback, a little white payback. Hopefully there's an investigation by Pam Bondi into the Mann Act on Shannon Sharpe. And, not only did he get his brother fired, he also lost half of his income. And I hope charges are to come for some payback for what those black scoundrels did in Cincinnati to that white woman. And then we're gonna let you know how we feel about you knocking out white women on the street, and not only knocking them out, but
hang on a second. Can I jump in?
Saying it was her fault.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in? Okay. All right, folks. If you're new to the show, this is a friend of mine, Rory, and Rory is Irish from New York City. Now, you said she was trying to break up a man's fight. Is that what you said?
Like a typical woman, she was yelling and screaming saying, stop, stop, stop.
That's where she went wrong. Now, I'm not justifying her getting beat. Hang on. I'm not justifying her getting beat and her eyes closed. Hang on. I let you speak. But you see, this can be the result of stepping in men's business. Yes, they were swinging. The white guy started it, Rory. Don't deny it. The white guy slapped the black guy. He said something. Go home. Get out of here. You don't belong here. As white guys do to black guys. So she jumped in and she probably said, stop it, as if she's somebody's parent. Again, not saying that that's justifies her getting eye jammies, but that's what happened, man. Come on, keep it real.
Well, first off, she didn't get eye jammy. She got knocked out cold, which could be a concussion. She could have hit her head on the concrete, So, and it was.
I stand corrected.
Right. So let's not minimize what happened. Second off, the woman is the wife of the man. And she's watching her husband getting stomped out by 7 guys. And when he's already defeated and not a threat anymore, they're still stomping on his head like a bunch of wild apes and gorillas, animals.
Easy.
Like a bunch of wild animals. And you're saying that this woman, no, hold on a second. You're saying that this woman watching that happen to her husband doesn't have the right to try and stop it. She didn't throw a punch. She didn't start kicking and slapping. She was asking people to stop and leave her husband alone. He had enough. And they turned around to her and they said, oh, yeah, you cracker? Well, how about you get some of this too? A big-ass black dude knocking her out. And then you have the majority of Black America, not vilifying this, but saying it's acceptable. It's acceptable because this guy threw the first swing, So, no, it's just more black fatigue, lame-ass ghetto fatigue. And we got a little bit of hit back now with this white woman taking Shannon Sharpe's money.
Okay, now hang on a second because you've already said that. Now, hold on, you've already said that. Do you think, and just to be objective, do you think that she should have stepped back and done what people tell black people all the time? Leave it alone. Just go call the police. Stop fighting. Call the police. Let the police come. Should she have done that? Her husband was already down, as you said. He was defeated. Do you think that she made the situation worse by getting involved? Maybe she should have stepped back.
No, hell no.
And called the police.
No, it's a natural reaction when somebody in your family or somebody that you love, you're not going to say, oh, let me take a walk over to the sidewalk and I'm going to call the police and we're going to wait 5 or 10 minutes. And God knows what. These moolies, this group of...
okay, slow down. You were doing good. I spoke to you. Hey. I spoke to you. You don't need all of that. Give me your A game. Come on, never mind the name.
Okay, well, God knows what these thugs, this group of thugs are going to do to him. They're not stopping. Yeah. He's already incapacitated. He's already not a threat. They've already beat him down. Right. And she's supposed to walk to the sidewalk and then wait another 5 or 10 minutes potentially for the police to get there.
Yes.
No, all she did was say, stop. Excuse me, stop. Okay, he had enough. Stop. And then your reaction to that is to knock her out. A dude to knock her out. Come on, man. And then you see online, everybody's like, thinking that this is okay and making excuses. It brings it back to the same thing that happened with the kid that stabbed the kid in Texas. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, he put his hands on him. So that means he could stab him in the heart and kill him dead in front of everybody because he put his hands on his shoulder and he asked him to leave. So like the excuses of BS, it's BS. I'm not really one to advocate for racial segregation or violence in this country, but if Black America does not give up the ghetto culture and separate themselves from that, then we are heading towards a racial war because the way certain people live is not the way other people live. And now that we got Trump in charge and we got the Congress and the Senate, and we're like pro-American instead of being pro-woke and always thinking about race. Now it's like, no, you put your hands on us, we're going to put you through the grinder. Okay. We're going to put you through the...
Stop right there. That's what I appreciate when you don't have to do all the profanity. You're emotionally connected to this, and I hear that. I appreciate
that was disgraceful, man.
I know.
That was disgraceful.
Hold on. Now, I got to take other calls. You want to address anything else before you go? You've already spoken about the basic Becky taking Shannon Sharpe for everything he's got. What about Trump? I'm just asking the question. You know, I voted for Trump. That's my guy. But should he be impeached for the Epstein files? We want to see the files. You want to see the files, yes? Rory, you want to see the files, yes?
I do. I want the whole thing to be exposed. Do I think he could be impeached again? Yeah, it's a probability. But, I mean, he's already been impeached twice, so that's not going to stop the Don. This is a real Teflon Don right here. You're looking at a real American leader. This is the Teflon Don. They could throw 1 million impeachments on him. That's not going to stop nothing. That's not going to get him out of office. Do I think everything should come out? Yes. Do I also think that I have two quick things to say on this? I think that Trump is building this up just to get people to freak out, and then he's going to release everything. I know the way the man thinks.
Okay.
I know how New Yorkers think. He's setting them up like he always set them up. That's one. Number two, I also think that one of our supposed greatest allies or biggest allies in the world are heavily implicated and involved in this extortion racket of our politicians and our past presidents. And I think that will...
I know where you're going, and we don't need to do that. Let's keep it here in the States. I know where you want to go. We talk. Oh, okay. Well,
right.
I appreciate you, man.
So let me hang out for 5 minutes because these dudes call up whenever I hang up, and they're like, I want to talk to Rory. I'm ready to defend my spiel on this white woman getting beat up. You heard?
All right. I'm going to put you on hold. You want to stay there?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. White boy Rory wants to smoke. He said, put him on hold just in case some black guys call in talking crazy. Guys, that's my email address on the screen. Thank you for your donations via Venmo. We have switched over to Venmo for now. The Cash App thing is just, I, like many of you, I'm tired of their little trickery and games and just everything. I don't even want to waste time, but we're now using Venmo. Venmo at Star Report, okay? Please take note of the spelling. Thank you for your Venmo donations. Daniel and Supreme, okay. Thank you very much. Chase, I got your emails. Thank you, sir. Okay, the teacher arrested for the double murder. I can't play that right now, but thank you. Maybe we'll after the break. I plan to do a long show today. Kuala, how are you, sir? Where's my guy Kuala? Sit tight, Kuala. I got you. Boris. Okay, thank you, Boris. Yeah, I don't want to go back, but thank you, Boris. He has sent me the video of 50 Cent taking Tia Kemp shopping. I like Tia. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like her swag. I like how she talks to some of these hoe ass niggas. Thank you, Boris. I'll play that a little bit later on when I have some time. Blade tapping in. Blade says, like Charlie Murphy said, you don't slap a man. Years ago when they would slap each other with the gloves. Okay. Okay, thank you, Blade. Okay, I will respond to you after the show. Someone is inquiring, pardon me, about promotion. Let me go to area code 267. Peace. Is that world peace? Peace.
Yes, peace.
How are you, sir?
And Royo, I'm good. How are you? Hey,
Can I ask you to come closer? You're on a speakerphone or something. Come a little closer, please.
No. Oh, excuse me. Let me take it off. Hello?
Yeah, there you go. How are you, man?
Better?
Yes, sir.
Peace. I'm good. Yo, this was divine intervention because I do have some pushback for Rory, right?
Okay.
You're saying all of this like, okay, first.
Do you want to talk to him? You want to talk to him?
If I could just get this out first, and if he'd like to respond,
well,
so be it.
Let's bring him in. Rory, let this man speak.
Bring him in.
Let this man speak, Rory. Sir, you have the floor. Go ahead, World Peace. Go ahead.
So, do you think that wouldn't the husband have rather the wife, pull away besides her getting knocked out? I think that's his first concern is for her safety. Why would he? He doesn't want her jumping into his battles. That's the first thing. The second thing, you were so for the guy on the train who choked out the other dude, right? Like, so what did he do enough to be choked to death? I'm just making the comparison, and I'm trying to see
Yeah, do you want him to respond, World Peace? He's right there.
Yeah, I want you to respond.
Okay, let him respond, Rory.
Yeah, well, I mean, you asked a two-part question. The first question is,
right.
My man didn't have nothing to say to his wife because he was already getting laid out by 8 guys. So it was like.
So he doesn't want her. If he did have something to say, he would have told her.
Sir, you have to let him speak, and I will go back and forth. Let him speak.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even interrupt this guy.
Go ahead.
You know,
one at a time.
He asked me a question. Yeah, so your man, he was in survival mode. He could have got killed. He was on the floor getting stomped out by 7 or 8 black dudes. One man. Ain't nothing tough about that. You know, ain't nothing tough about that. And what was the second question? What was the second question he said?
The second part was about the guy on the train, right? Like, so.
Oh, okay.
So the guy on the listen. The guy on the train. Listen. Okay. The guy on the train. Okay, the guy on the train, but he wasn't like going crazy to where as though his life should have been taken, but his life was taken, right?
Well, it was a one.
So was that to the extreme? Was it to the extreme?
You interrupted me again. Yo, Blackie, you interrupted again. I didn't interrupt you. It was a one-on-one on the train. No other. It wasn't 6 or 7 white dudes jumped on Jordan Neely. You know what Daniel Penny did, the white boy? He protected other black women on the train. Other black women showed up to court with their children, and they said, we were terrified. We thought this guy was going to kill us. We thought this guy was getting ready at any second to attack us. And Daniel Penny took it on himself and took his punk ass down, you know, and made him squeal like Michael Jackson, like he should have. Now, let me tell you something. Jordan Neely on the train, Jordan Neely also had a history of breaking a 74-year-old white woman's eye socket a year prior to that. And also, he had cold clock.
So this was retribution.
An old black man's nose on the train tracks too, on the platform, waiting for.
Based off of your logic, those were one-on-one encounters. Based off of your logic, based off of your.
You don't like that.
No. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You have
based off of your logic, those were one-on-one interactions. You're speaking like as if like somebody is not going to understand what you're saying. The fact of the matter is so what the guy on the train, he was a mind reader. If he didn't kill anyone on the train, then it's not for him to say, oh, he was going to, or they were in fear for their lives. I'm not taking the word of no mammy in no courtroom.
Okay, now listen, guys. I want to play a little bit of those videos from Cincinnati. Sir, can I ask you to land your plane without Rory? I'm going to put Rory back on hold. Okay.
Absolutely. I just wanted to get. Yeah, I didn't want to. No, come on, Rory, man. Like, look, I brought the points up, and the responses that you gave didn't smash anything.
He's on hold, sir. Go ahead and land your plane. He's on hold. Go ahead.
All right. So therefore, yes. It's cool. I just wanted to give a little bit of pushback. I think, it was what it was, but, cool.
Well,
thanks, sir.
No, stay with me. You sound like a knowledgeable man. I'm just asking, should President Trump be impeached over these Epstein files? That's a question. What do you think?
Jeez Louise, man. I mean, like, you kind of put me on the spot there. I don't know. I don't know if he has to. I'm going to say that comment said that really was a great comment. And then when you reiterated the needs of the many outweigh the
problems of the few,
and something like that. Problems of the few. Yeah, I think that's that. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You see, I can be objective. I voted for the man, yes, but I already laid out my whole premise with regards to how the president should be transparent for the people. I don't support a dictatorship. Do you? No,
absolutely not.
This is a democracy. When you make promises, stand on it. when you have others that appear to be covering something up. Whoa. Now you got me thinking about Watergate. I'm old, sir. I was born in 1964. Watergate was crazy. I don't know how old you are, but, it's reminding me of that. And that was dealt with in a way that it had to be done so that the people could feel vindicated. And Nixon stepped down. That's all I'm saying. But, if you don't want to speak to it, that's fine. But I at least wanted to ask you the question.
No, well, that's why I watch you, Star. Actually, is you're not just old, you're wise, and I appreciate the stuff that you have to say. So,
thank you, man.
Yeah, I don't have anything really on the Trump. I feel like a little bit stupid because I know people are looking at black men like, oh, you voted for him, and sure enough, we did, and sure enough, I did. So, but
I'm satisfied with everything up until this point. Again.
Up until this point, right?
The
president,
traditionally is there to protect our rights. That's it. I don't want a handout. I don't need you, inviting me to the White House so I can come up there and do the goddamn Soul Train line. But when you start acting spooky, I can flip on you like a flapjack on Sunday morning. Yes, I can. But I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Peace, Star.
Yes, sir. Peace. Okay. All right. Rory, do you want to hang on in case some more black people want to get at you? White boy Rory?
Yeah, ain't nobody scared of the brothers over here, man. I grew up around them, so I'm not gonna bite my tongue.
All right, sit tight.
I'm not gonna bite my tongue, so
sit tight. Bum the Boss, I got your donation. Thank you very much via PayPal, guys. The PayPal link is at the top of the live chat. Thank you for your support. Dre at Grave Shift. Okay, he says Janet has the flies stored in Hillary's email server. Okay, well. Malmu says Shannon is not my uncle, like how you are not my brother. Okay. Malmu also says Boris was talking about Horace Grant and his kids' mother coming for his NBA pension. Yeah, we spoke about that, man. That was crazy. Did they get his pension? Malmu? I think they got Horace Grant's pension. It's crazy. Malmu also says Agent Zero was one of Gilbert Arenas' nicknames during his playing career, okay, because his jersey number was 0. He also says Shannon's brother, Sterling Sharpe, was known for not speaking to the media at all during his playing career, which was cut short due to injury. Okay. All right, Rory, sit tight, man, because I want to play a video with regards to the melee that took place in Cincinnati.
All right.
And even if you don't like it, Rory, I want you to acknowledge that the white guy slapped the black man first. You are going to acknowledge that here today. Hold on a second. Where's the goddamn video at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not blind. I could, all right, Yeah, it's all good, But I mean, equating Daniel fighting one guy on a train to a group of black guys beating up a middle-aged white couple.
Okay.
It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, sit tight. I'm going to come back to you. Sit tight.
Right. That's black love.
As the old saying goes, keep your hands to yourself. Hold on. Here we go. This came out yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. Here we go.
3 of the suspects involved in that huge brawl downtown over the weekend have made their first court appearances.
So our Brenda Ordonez, she was in court. She's joining us live now with the very latest. Brenda, what can you tell us? Are they all facing the same charges?
Yeah, guys, good morning. Court just wrapped up about 30 minutes ago. Jordan, they're not all facing the same charges. We do know the 3 defendants, Montanez, Merriweather, Takira, Vernon, and Jeremiah Matthews, did appear before a judge. Take a look at their mugshots here. Matthews is facing an assault charge and aggravated riot, while Merriweather and Vernon are both facing aggravated riot and felonious assault and assault charges, with prosecutors saying their actions furthered the violence. A detective says Vernon was initially not involved and was standing on the sidewalk when the brawls broke out. The investigator that spoke out then says Vernon intentionally inserted herself by jumping in and punching a woman who was trying to protect and help one of the victims on the ground. Now, prosecutors say that woman that was punched suffered serious injuries and a concussion. The third defendant, Jeremiah Matthews, his defense says he has a business in that area, and that's why he was there when he was approached by a group who the defense claims got confrontational with one of the men, hitting him in the face. Video did capture that moment, followed by several people then hitting the individual who allegedly struck Matthews. Now, the defense does claim that Matthews was trying to stop the fight, but prosecutors claim he was coordinating the attacks with Merriweather. Prosecutors say Merriweather whispered something to Matthews before getting behind one of the victims and hitting them.
Mr. Merriweather's involvement in this, we believe that he coordinated this with Mr. Matthews. He's walked up to him on a video, whispered something to him, and then strategically placed himself behind the victim as the assault begun.
And then punched from that behind.
And he strikes him up over top, side of the face.
Yeah, now we did speak to Merriweather's family after the hearing. They say that there's more to the story. They say that the picture that prosecutors are painting him out to be is not true. They say he's a father to biracial children who he loves and cares for. They claim that before the brawls broke out, that the group was throwing racial slurs and actually spit on Merriweather. Of course, that's all still under investigation. Now, we do know, though, that they got pretty hefty bonds. Merriweather got a $500,000 bond, cash assured. Vernon got a $200,000 bond. Matthews got a $100,000 bond. Now, all of them cannot possess firearms, and they are ordered to stay away from the victims. They are all expected back in court on August 8th. Now, we are going to continue following this developing story and bringing you the latest. For now, downtown, Brenda Ordonez, Fox 19 Now.
And Brenda, quick question. I know that this is all coming at you very quickly, so you're trying to get this all in an orderly fashion and out to us. I'm just wondering, did any of those people in court say anything? I know prosecutors are putting up, obviously, the case, and then defense attorneys are answering and going through the motions. Did the people involved say anything to the judge?
Yeah, no, none of them actually spoke a word during the entire hearing today. We do know that some still images, though, were presented to the judge that allegedly show those moments that prosecutors are saying that Merriweather and Matthews were coordinating the attack. But as for speaking for these defendants, not a word was said.
Okay.
All right,
Brenda Ordonez, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we'll check in with her later as well as she's continuing to cover.
Okay, Rory, sit tight. I got your comment on the screen. Is it Kinetics 2762? Star, did they arrest the white man that started the whole thing? I don't know, sir. But please email me if anybody has the information. It's not that I'm so much taking anybody's side. Hell, I'm a taxpayer. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't want to see that type of violence at, to that degree. But in my opinion, my history, at least we didn't see anybody get stabbed or shot. Oh my God, if that would have been somewhere in New York City, the Hispanics would have been sticking that white guy with screwdrivers, box cutters, razors. So in reality, yes, it was a beating, but they got off light. It was light, But I don't know if the guy was arrested. I think he should be, in my opinion. All right. Is it Barry? Barry, how are you, man? Yes, Barry. We're now using Venmo. It's right there. Cash App is on hold. I appreciate your donations via Venmo. Okay, at Star Report. And, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry, man. I don't want to leave somebody in the queue there. Where's Kuala? Is that you, Kuala? Thank you for your patience. Area code 272.
Yeah, what's going on, Star? Listen, man.
Come on.
Let me tell you, Shannon Sharpe put herself in that situation, right?
Facts.
And it's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing nobody can say. You put yourself in that situation. And the reality was, you thought you was bigger than everybody. Ever since you did that Cat Williams interview, you thought you was that big. And the reality, somebody had to slow you down. And not only that, here's the thing what he did. And I'm going to show you what he did. It's more about the embarrassment you brought to yourself and ESPN. And what people don't understand, Disney owns ESPN. Disney runs ESPN. So whether we and another thing was people don't say this part. If you watch ESPN when this was going on with Shannon Sharpe, there was two people that really didn't say too much about it, right?
I'm listening.
He didn't say nothing on ESPN on First Take. Stephen A. Smith didn't comment about Shannon Sharpe on First Take. He didn't say nothing.
Hang on. No. Stephen A. Smith did speak about Shannon Sharpe being suspended. He most certainly did. I watched that. What are you talking about?
It was on his own show, though.
Yes, on his YouTube show. That was where he was supposed to do it. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
Right, but he didn't. And the problem with people got mad at First Take, if you go back to it, is they got on Stephen A. Smith and Marley. They said, hey, if this was somebody else, y'all always bring it up. Y'all always talking about them. When Shannon Sharpe, ain't nobody say nothing. But Stephen A. Smith said something on his other show. It wasn't on First Take. Now, as far as Shannon Sharpe, I think Shannon Sharpe felt if he settled that case, he had a chance to get back on ESPN. I said it, and I told you from the door when we talked about it a couple of weeks. Once he settled, he wasn't going back to ESPN. It was over. It was over. He wasn't going back to ESPN. And now, on top of that, whether you gave the girl 23, 15, she got you. You got caught out there. You got your hands caught in the cookie jar. That's what happened.
Now, hang on a second, Kuala. I can appreciate everything you said, but we've already been through all that. Here's where we are now. He made a video addressing the firing, if you will, and he tried to make it seem like, ESPN should have given him or honored his request to wait until after his brother was, put into the Hall of Fame. That's where I'm at. Hang on. All the other stuff, we're past that. I saw no remorse. Please speak to that. I don't watch that nightcap thing in length. Did he say he's sorry to what the viewers?
No, he didn't. It was
to basic Becky. That's what we are now.
Yeah, he didn't apologize. He didn't say nothing like that. He did get mad at ESPN because he said he wanted ESPN to wait till Monday because he didn't want to take the moment away from his brother. Now, I will say this in a respectful way. I understood that part but he wasn't thinking about that before he put himself in the situation. So it could go both ways. But I understood it a little bit. In a respectful way. He didn't want getting in the Hall of Fame is real hard. And
Kuala, I gotta jump in. With all due respect, man. I'm not looking for word salad right now. With all due respect. No, you can't understand that because that's not how big corporate business works. A legal decision was made. Damn your request. Damn your brother. And I'm giving you the light version. ESPN is worried about lawsuits. You got to go, homie. No, we're not going to, your brother, NFL, we don't care. You got to go because other people could be coming out of the woodwork soon and suing us. And now that we're having this conversation and based upon moral turpitude and what you've agreed to in the contract, it's time to go. I need you to land your plane. Address that, please.
All right. You asked, did he step away? Yeah, he did. He did. Him and Chad did take a 2-week break from the show. Okay. And I can tell you right now, he is crumbling bad because now you got another person coming out saying she won $20 million because he went on his podcast, his shade room, and talked about it. And now in that situation is different because he was being in media at that moment in time. But I think everything is crumbling with him. And people don't understand it. The minute you went out there and gave that money up to that girl, you open the door for whoever want to come after you. Because
praise God.
See,
praise
you
God.
were willing to give up that bread.
Kuala. Praise God. Jesus took the wheel. We good? I got to go.
Yeah. We good, guys.
Salute. Troll babies, did Jesus take the wheel? We can sit here and what shoulda, coulda, woulda, yada. Did Jesus take the wheel? Old nigga you should have known better. We're supposed to sit here and feel sorry for old goofy, an old trick. The Most High, peace. I got your email. Okay, the Most High. Okay. Agent Zero was Gil's nickname as a player. Okay. I don't remember his playing career like that. Guys, I'm going to take a break. It's been 2 hours and 25 minutes. We're going to continue the show, but I want to take a break. Okay, you know what? When I come back, okay, let me tell Roy I'm going to take my break. Hey, Rory, we're good, man. I'm going to take my break and come back. But I think you stood your ground, yes?
Yeah, for sure, man. I just want to say real quick before can I let my plane real quick, and then I'm out.
Land your plane.
Yo, the legitimizing of a man knocking out, or several men knocking out a woman, and an 8-on-1 situation is part of black culture, and that's the reason of the fatigue. And if you think we're going to take that any longer after the George Floyd riots and everything like that, you're sorely mistaken. You're sorely mistaken. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be white men knocking out black women and 8 white guys stomping the hell out of a black man. And then we're going to see you cry. You always cry like a mofo, but it's all legitimized.
We already see that. It's the police. We see the police.
Yeah, okay. So
all the time doing it.
Yeah. Right. So, what one kick deserves another. Okay. One racial attack deserves another. So, fair game, baby. It's on now.
I appreciate you, man. Salute.
All
right. He's talking about some get back. I think white folks are up, aren't they? Okay, back in the building. Star Report. Thursday early evening, and we're discussing Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN, and in my opinion, showing no remorse. Defiant, arrogant, and more concerned about his older brother, going into the NFL Hall of Fame. Is Shannon Sharpe a God-fearing man? Let me look in that live chat real quick. Does he talk about God on his show with Chad Ochocinco? Did he pray for the basic Becky and for her mental stability? Has he given you guys any advice as an older man? Because, when you reach a certain age, you have to think about giving the younger audience a jewel, a gem, if you will, something that they can use in life, I'm just curious if he did, and call in or let me know what he has said, all right? I'm going back to the phone line shortly, and let me say thank you to Monica. Monica, I got your Venmo donation. Thank you very much, Monica. Let me see if I see a message there. Okay. Getting used to using Venmo, okay? Okay, thank you, darling. You are appreciated. And Peter, I got your donation as well. Peter, do you work in the New York tri-state? I don't want to talk about me possibly moving back to New York. I entertain many business opportunities, but I enjoy my life, man. I mean, if it's the right situation, I'll make a move. But if you're someone who, and I'm assuming by way of your donation, if you have a startup opportunity or situation, reach out via email. My email address is on the screen. I'm also looking for equity and things of that nature at this point in time. I don't need a quote unquote job. As I've always said, I'm looking for an adventure. Okay, so there's my email address. Let's have a conversation. Area code 601. Good evening. Are you there? We're talking about Shannon Sharpe and a few other topics.
Hey, good evening, Star. How you doing?
Hey,
I wanted to just touch on Shannon Sharpe, man. Like, we knew he was going to get fired. Anytime somebody give you 2 weeks off, they're going to fire you.
Okay.
He got himself in a situation to where, you know, he did that. You know, it's a lot of other things that he did too. But the thing is that his brother, Sterling Sharpe, should have already been in the Hall of Fame, without a doubt. It's long overdue. And I don't think this is going to bring a cloud over his Hall of Fame enshrinement. But again, Shannon Sharpe knew what he was doing. You know, you big time on TV, you know, you got all these things going on and stuff like that, then you get caught up in the scandal. He knew what was going to happen. But the reason why he's probably going ham and all this is because, you know, he has his platform. Now, they take his platform away, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, to respond to what you just said, I don't know if he did that, as you just stated. I mean, he paid a settlement, so that's not necessarily an admission of guilt. He worked out an agreement. Janet brought up a very good point, pardon me, that the feds may now investigate in similar fashion to how they did with Diddy, did the settlement, and then they come digging and snooping, you know. But now with regards to him, in my opinion, showing no remorse, did you see him speak to the firing on Nightcap? Did you see that?
I have not seen it just. I just got off of work. I just heard you talking about it, but I'm gonna go back and look at it.
Yeah,
but the thing is, because he
very arrogant,
because he has that platform. That's why he's doing what he's doing, because he has that platform. So he's telling ESPN to stick it, because I got my own thing going on. But again, if they take that platform away from him, he's not gonna have anything, because I don't think he'll be touchable for the next 2 or 3 years. Maybe a sports show or something like that may, you know, take him up or something like that, or he may do his own thing. Who knows? It is football season coming around, and he may do his own thing.
Okay.
But, you know, ESPN, you know, with Disney and stuff like that, you know, you can't play those type of games.
Right,
but hopefully, if a Caucasian man does the same thing, hopefully the same thing happens to him as well.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. Area code 301. Good evening. Are you there?
Hey,
301.
Good evening, Star.
Hey.
Good evening, Star. Shannon Sharpe, man. Yeah. You know, it's starting to seem like everybody who affiliates themselves with Stephen A. Smith, they getting lined up, man. First we had Morris, the Morris twin, who got locked up in Las Vegas for writing fraud checks.
Okay.
Then we got Shannon Sharpe. Now we got Gilbert Arenas. You know, I mean, it's just adding up, and I find it interesting. You know, Shannon Sharpe, you know, he's had an interesting career. He was a lot more serious back in the day when he was on CBS. I don't know what changed. He was an analyst on CBS for football for about I think it was about 5 years, and he was real serious, none of this clown stuff. But I knew something was up with him in that Club Shay Shay. He named his podcast Club Shay Shay. It was just weird. But that whole situation with that young female, I don't think is really real. I think it's just something, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a publicity stunt or something. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. And then with Trump and the Epstein.
Well, hang on a second, sir. Are you high? You think that the female, the basic Becky, you think that was a publicity stunt? You don't think there was no lawsuit that she filed? It was just a PR stunt?
I find it hard to believe, because knowing who he was before all this internet sensation stuff, you know, this guy, if you really go back and you look at some of his takes,
no, sir, I'm not going back. I asked you about the female, the basic Becky. You said that's a PR stunt, fake news.
I think it's fake news. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. It's just like my segue into the Trump Epstein files. I think
no, I don't need your segue, sir. I need you to go back to sleep. Thank you. Have a good night. I'm going to play Fox News, and then I'm going to play a different network as well. Here we go.
Well, it is being called a coordinated attack and kind of like an ambush. That is what happened in Cincinnati, a detective describing last weekend's violent street brawl. 3 of those suspects appeared in court yesterday on charges of felony assault and aggravated riot. Nate Foy is live from New York City with the latest on this story. Hi, Nate.
Hey, Aisha, for the first time, we're seeing pictures of the injured female victim after she got sucker punched in the face during that brawl. And Senator Bernie Moreno describes her as Holly. He says that she gave him permission to share the following pictures that you're about to see. And I warn you, they are disturbing. So take a look here. Holly's recovering from a concussion and various facial injuries. Senator Moreno said he thought Holly was dead when he first saw the video. Now take another look here. She gets knocked out by a man in the middle of the fight. What started the fight is still unknown, but Cincinnati Councilwoman Victoria Parks appeared to blame the victims, commenting on a Facebook video, quote, "They begged for that beatdown. I am grateful for the whole story." Now, we've reached out to the councilwoman for comment. So far, she hasn't responded, but according to local reports, she stands by those comments. Video circulating online shows the white man slapping a black man before the brawl, but Senator Moreno says Cincinnati leadership deserves blame.
They're down 200 police officers. The police chief blames social media. The city council person blamed the victim. The mayor went to a misfit mayor's conference and then took a vacation to Canada. Hasn't been back in town since then. This is a total travesty.
So 3 of the 5 suspects, as you mentioned, Aisha, appeared in court yesterday. They're charged with assault and aggravated rioting. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced last night that state troopers will provide support for Cincinnati police. Now, 2 of the 5 suspects charged for that brawl still have not been arrested. We'll send it back to you, Aisha.
Okay, Nate Foy live for us. Thank you, Nate.
You got it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian. Comments? Comments. Phone lines are open. Venmo. We're now using Venmo. PayPal. I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say, yo, that was wild what they did to the couple. We have all been raised and told, keep your hands to yourself. You slap somebody, you bring it upon yourself and others, right? There's an old saying, you can judge a man's power by the actions of his girl. Anybody ever heard that? You can judge a man's power by the actions of his girl. Bitch, if I get into a fight, go get in the car. I don't need you helping me fight. Right or wrong in the live chat. If shots get to ripping, get up under something because I might shoot you. You can't help me do a damn thing. The white guy who slapped the guy in the red T-shirt, he brought that upon the white girl. He brought that upon her. Hey, thank you for your donation on the screen there. Is it all fine? Thank you. To the machine. Thank you so much. Yeah, people in the live chat. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Shut up and move out the way, bitch. I'm fighting. I don't need you helping me because you might get duffed out. Somebody might hit you in the head with a machete. Then we're really going to have problems. Florida Boy Jay tapping in. I was thinking about you earlier because somebody was asking about Shannon Sharpe, and I remember the Florida Boy Jay quote, "The bag got different, so I got different," right?
Oh, yeah. That's the American dream, Star. You get enough, you change your name up, you start, change your phone number, act like you don't know the people who help you, come up.
Right.
That's all. Yeah.
The bag got different. The bag got different. So Unc got different out here running around with babies. Okay, what do you want to start, man?
Hey, yeah, running around with pink toes and loose booty dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, let's start off with the video you just played. Another glorification video. I think when I watch these things, I want to know, why do the Caucasians who are very maybe like, I won't say pro-racist, but the ones that have a superiority complex, why aren't they outside with their pitchforks and their ropes getting they get back? Like, I don't want to hear like you see this online, and instead of doing what your great grandfathers did, go get your lick back, you come online with a fake profile picture and trying to troll black people online. No, take it back to the 1940s. Take it back to 1899. Get your lynch mob and get your lick. If you got knocked out on camera, we don't want to see you crying online. I'm sorry. I don't want to see. Take it back to what your great grandfathers used to do, because if they knew that if they seen this video happen in their day and knew their ancestors, their offspring, response was going to be coming on TV and line and crying like victims, they would be disappointing and disowning all of their white race ancestors and nieces and nephews and great-great-grandsons. That's what I'm saying.
Can I jump in?
It should be mount up.
Jump in?
Absolutely.
They don't have to do that now. They can dial 911, and the race soldiers will show up. And the race soldiers are there not to protect and serve, but they are there to enforce the law. So they can deal with people in a way. And again, I'm trying to be objective here, not necessarily just taking the side of the black guy that got slapped, but laws and policies and, voting, all of this is necessary, because if you have people in a quote unquote community who will look at that situation and say, oh, these black kids are super predators, like Hillary Clinton once said. But my question is, was the guy arrested who slapped the black guy in the red T-shirt? Any knowledge on that?
I don't have any knowledge on that to this moment. And my point is this. They can call the police, just like the video said. There wasn't enough police to get there in time. So unless you want to be the victim that you claim you are to black people and call the cops when things are getting hectic, don't come outside, put your hands on black Americans, and think this when you're not over there in Africa where you can take a bamboo stick and hit it, somebody across the head and they're going to start crying and get on their knees. This America, this FBA. Don't put your hands on us, because you did it, and you see the dude got knocked out. His old lady came to try to break it up. She got knocked out. Yeah. It is what it is. If the law's on your side, then wait for the law to come, because when you take it to your own hands,
that's what I said,
and you want to square up, you get washed. Every time you take, let's take the guns and the law out of our hands. Let's see who the superior person is. Put your man up, fist to fist. Now you're knocked out, eyes swollen. People think you're dead when we pull up. Wonder why you need the law.
Now, hold on a second. Do we know if the couple was married or were they dating? Because legally, there's a lot of different things that could happen here. And sometimes that's why the news tries to steer the narrative early,
Right.
Not that you have to know, but I'm just asking, was the couple married with the woman who I just showed her shiner, and one of her other eyes seemed to be okay, but do you know if they were married?
I don't know if they're married, but I heard somebody say the guy was actually like a Russian or a foreigner and came outside, saying he wanted to look and punch on N-word.
Okay.
So I don't know how verified that is, but if you're
hold on a second, because the woman who got knocked out, if she's not married to the guy who she claimed she was trying to help, then she might wind up suing him. Hey, I was trying to help you. And in the melee, I got knocked out. My eye socket is cracked. Now my vision is all screwed up. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue your friend because you took me to this jazz fest. I mean, it can go multiple ways. Hold on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I got a donation here. Is it Mood Music? Breaking news: Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco sued for $20 million over alleged false claims. Okay, can someone send me that link? You got to be careful what you say on YouTube. You just can't, talk crazy and reckless and laugh. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee. That's the reason why I cut people short sometimes. Hey, don't come on here talking about this person's a whore and this person's that unless you can prove it. Okay. Now, did you see Shannon Sharpe respond, Florida Boy Jay? Because he's saying that, he asked ESPN to wait, honor his request so that his brother could be, brought into the NFL Hall of Fame. Yep, speed on all that.
Yeah, which I think was another form of Shannon Sharpe coon delusion about him and his sassy brother who shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame. Great player, great athlete. But dude, ESPN lets you rock when you put that video on IG. They let you tell us you took a break from ESPN to figure your legal situation out. So once you do that, so you're going to come back for football season, then you want, instead of paying the chick when she asked you, you cut the $50 million check you said you wasn't going to cut. 12 days later, they fired your black behind, and you still want them to hold out until, no, Mickey Mouse ain't holding out of respect for you and your brother. No, we gave you a bag after Fox kicked you to the curb, let you yuck it up with Stephen A. Smith, and you repay us by lewd videos and kissing up on a pink toe, young enough to be the CEO's daughter. The last thing I need as a white CEO is to see your big buck black ass sitting here fondling with girls young enough to be our daughters.
Let me jump in for a second, Florida Boy J, because again, it's a lawyer decision at a certain point. It's not even about the CEO. The lawyers step in, and collectively they project or try to project any type of future lawsuits, and based upon anything that they offered Shannon Sharpe and that he agreed to, then they make a decision. So he was delusioned, as you just said. Guys, can someone send me a link to that story if it is true? I would like to see it, about them being sued now. But thank you for your donation. Hey, man, do you want to speak about Gilbert Arenas? Oh, and let me write something down here, because I texted you last night about little Bruce Leroy. That's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah, little Bruce Leroy, man. We're gonna get on the Gilbert Arenas topic.
That's a violation. Come on.
Gilbert is snitching 100 miles per hour. I've never seen the Fed take somebody in and he walking out to jail before the sun go down.
Right.
Boy, they gave him a Whopper Jr. with bacon, a cigarette, and 2 90-minute tapes, and he got up out of there. I was surprised. And my thing with Gilbert, he should lay low. I don't think you should be snitching on the Israelis and then going live, skipping out the courtroom. I'm just saying. And then I'm going to keep it a buck. Just like I heard you say earlier, I do the same thing. When you have a black Karen or a white Karen in your neighborhood, you get cool with them. You know their first name, meet the husband, let them decorate your door for the holidays. So they keeping an eye out on who's keeping an eye on you.
That's a whole fact. Yeah.
And if something goes left, they're going to be the first ones to come outside and say, he ain't do nothing wrong. He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
They'll watch your house for you.
All that riffraff over
watch
there.
your house for you.
You need a few Karens, black or white, in the neighborhood watch on your side, because you never know who's watching you.
Right.
And I will say this too. I feel like this with Gilbert Arenas. Very irresponsible to rent out that house, or to whatever technicality you may be saying, to rent out the house, do what you're doing. Yo, just like the Marcus Morris, I'm going to say this, just like the Marcus Morris thing. Gilbert Arenas has a very profitable platform, a sports platform. You already got the bag. You don't need to be doing any type of illegal gambling thing. And before I lay my plane on Gilbert Arenas' topic, Star, Gilbert Arenas, Clutch Sports, right? Shannon Sharpe, Clutch Sports. Marcus Morris, you just got arrested on the fraud for Vegas.
Okay.
Clutch Sports. Why is all LeBron James associates getting roped off? And why are the Lakers slowly separating themselves from LeBron? And why are certain allegations of enhancement creeping back up?
I don't have the answer to that question, but now hold on a second.
I'm just
does he have
that bug?
Does he have a history of gambling, Gilbert Arenas? I don't know.
Absolutely. That's what got him suspended for a year with Jarvis Crittenton with the gun.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Gambling addictions from these athletes. They're all tied to Clutch Sports. Why is LeBron James jockeys? Why are LeBron James jock strap carriers all getting roped off the same week? What's going on? Where's Rich Paul and Mav Carter running coverage to try to control the narrative? I'm just trying to find out.
Now, hold on a second. So when I spoke to you last show that I did, you said that's Cap, LeBron James' biological father, is not Dominican, right?
Right.
But since then, I played a video, played it a bunch of times, and some people are saying that he's always admitted to being part Dominican. No? I mean, you know modern basketball better than me. People are saying that.
Star. I have never seen, now maybe I need to watch the video because I didn't catch the video. I've never seen LeBron James claim Dominican heritage. He's not, I'm sorry. The only Dominican in the NBA we know is the zesty sugar tank dude, Karl Anthony Towns, for your New York Knicks. That's the only Dominican I know in the NBA. Don't try to take LeBron James. That is a African American.
Hold on a second, guys. Okay, hold on. Should I play it again? Should I play it again? Hold on. Should I play it again? They're saying play it again. Okay, but all right, give me a second. I'll play that. But now one other thing I have to ask you, man. I don't like to talk about, 50s kids, man. Little Bruce Leroy. That's crazy. Did Rick Ross name him that, or was that Benzino? Because Rick Ross made a video saying that little Bruce Leroy was walking through Star Island, and then he took him fishing. Took him fishing and helped him catch his first fish. Is that real?
I don't know if the story is real, but I do believe that if Rick Ross had that opportunity, he took it. Because if you remember, like when we talked earlier, Mayweather and 50 was all on it's50.com with Tia Kemp and Rick Ross's son sitting on a Maybach, doing the boxing lessons, all hugged up like a family. So I don't think Rick Ross, who was super cool with Diddy up until maybe a few years ago, would miss the opportunity while Jane Doe's getting clapped in the room with the oil for Rick Ross to take Bruce Leroy out fishing. I would take Bruce Leroy out fishing. I would have filmed it. And I believe that right now, 50 Cent is taking numerous L's that are slowly piling up. We're not really calling it out, but 50 Cent's like 0 for 4, 0 for 5 in 2025 with these L's he's taking. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Hold on a second. Deed says, yes, Shannon Sharpe has spoken about his faith in God on his show. Wow. Okay. And you're familiar with Chad Ochocinco headbutting Evelyn Lozado once upon a time, right? Wow, split her shit.
Absolutely, and got kicked off the Dolphins. But there are reports saying that Ochocinco may be replacing Shannon Sharpe for that first take Monday morning football slot when the season starts.
That would be crazy.
And I think that would be crazy, but I would love to see that as a fellow Florida boy myself. I would love to see Chad Ochocinco in that role.
That'd be crazy.
I think Shannon Sharpe has coached him up and has groomed him in a very professional manner to be able to take this role just in case something happened to him. And I would much appreciate if he did get that opportunity, because I think from where Nightcap started with Ochocinco cursing or just not being, very professional, to see where Chad Ochocinco is now, I think we will all appreciate if he actually was able to get that opportunity on a consistent basis.
Okay. Anything else we forgot to mention? When are you going live again? You and J-Dub?
I'm going to go live probably after you go off, because I got to cover some of these sports topics as well.
Okay.
A few things, a couple of albums dropping. Freddie Gibbs dropped that Alfredo 2. I haven't covered that yet. I have to cover it. And just like that, when you go off, when everybody on YouTube search for something to do, just thought, come to Florida Boy Jay's channel. We did 11,000 views, over 11,000 views last 24 hours. We're creeping up to 6,100 subscribers. And thank you, sir. I really appreciate you giving me this platform to shine.
Thank you, man. Salute, Florida Boy Jay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You too, man.
Deeds with the quick research. Oh my goodness. No, Deeds, I'm not playing that video. Not playing that video. Rick Ross talking about little Bruce Leroy. Who's on the screen there? TB, thank you for your support. Umar going after wives and mothers of his enemies on IG. Oh, please send me a link, please. Is he crashing out? The king of Pan-Africanism? Is it Quantum TV? Nightcap and Shay Shay going down in flames. Shannon was better off staying with Skip Bayless. Well, I mean, if you ask me, sir, Skip Bayless punked him to the point where he had to leave, man. Didn't he say, put your glasses back on? Is that what happened? Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's already been confirmed Chad Ochocinco is going to First Take? Okay, thank you for the donation. Is he trolling? I appreciate the donation, but so what's going to happen to Nightcap? Stephen A. Smith putting a knife in that nigga's back. Why? Sheesh. Area code 347. Please watch the language. We're doing a research edition. Are you there? 347. Yes.
Yes, Stars Cousin from the Bronx.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Not much. I was calling to get on this Gilbert Arenas topic. There was a report yesterday.
Well, hang on a second. You from the BX? You Dominican? What are you?
No, I'm a nigga.
Oh, okay.
100% nigga. Don't try me.
No,
listen.
No, I'm looking for somebody that can confirm if LeBron James is half Dominican. You seen the video?
Nah, I seen that bullshit on Instagram post. He ain't Dominican. They want to be in America so bad, they ain't even funny.
I need you to watch the language. Just watch the language, right?
Pardon me.
You want to say what?
Yeah, but Gilbert Arenas, there was a news clip that came out in LA yesterday. There was a missing woman from 2020, a white lady that was connected to the gambling houses. That's probably what got him on the map, my bro.
You said Farragut out in Brooklyn? Farragut houses?
No. Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
What got him caught up and the gambling rate was a missing white lady from California. She went to one of those gambling houses.
Okay.
And never came home.
Oh, wow.
There was a news clipping. It was in the news yesterday. Right? So now you got a missing person. You're dealing with the mob. And Gilbert Arenas to be telling, he be on Kwame Brown talking about he after the fans and putting on Vanish Smoke. He's dropped it, you know what I'm saying? He's about to do 100 years playing around the fool.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate the call, man, but your phone sounds crazy, man. Salute.
Oh, my phone's still outside. Take care, bro.
Yes, sir. Okay. I want to play that video again, but I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if LeBron is half Dominican, right? Who cares? Should Trump be impeached over Epstein files? We have been having a good conversation about that, in case you're just not joining me. Okay, I got a little mammy news. You guys ready? A little mammy news for you. This is not funny. Please don't laugh. But we got a female somewhere in Chicago, River North Club. But anybody ever heard of the River North Club? They don't have a liquor license, so I guess you gotta BYOB. Bring your own bag, and you got a black woman. Hope she's okay. Supposedly, a bouncer body slammed her friend and then started giving her a ground and pound. Why? What happened? Let me just play it just to play it. I mean, I got so many links with regards to my own personal research that I do. Maybe somebody can help me. Does anybody know this woman? Is she okay? A bouncer beat her half to death.
According to the city, Light nightclub has been operating under a revoked liquor license while their appeal is processed. It is not clear why that license was revoked to begin with, but this lawsuit filed against both them and the security company they subcontract only adds to their troubles. In the light of day, it would be easy to mistake this nondescript River North building located at Ontario and Franklin for an unoccupied address. By night, however, 215 West Ontario houses a popular nightclub known as Light or Bevy. It was there that on June 29th, the South Holland teacher says she was violently assaulted, not by a fellow patron, but by one of the security guards as she and her friends attempted to leave the club.
I remember him saying, y'all want to leave so bad, y'all could leave, and he body slammed my friend. And I'm like, oh my God. I remember him body slamming me and everything got dizzy, and he started punching me in my face with no remorse.
These pictures, taken in the aftermath of the alleged beating, show Adeze Watkins's injuries.
Oh my God. Run it back. Now, that's not as bad as the white woman who got beaten in Cincinnati, but still.
Taken in the aftermath of the alleged beating show Adeze Watkins's injuries. Some she's still dealing with today.
I was real dizzy for a few days and very sensitive to light. Inside my eye, it was a bursted blood vessel. So they did x-rays and stuff, but I'm still going to a neurologist to check everything out because my vision is different.
Watkins is now suing Light, along with the security company they subcontract, for what she says happened.
The other security guards didn't stop him. Instead, they form a wall to prevent others from stopping the bouncer that was beating her. If that's their training, there's a problem.
Watkins insists the attack was unprovoked, saying she and her friends called police in the aftermath, filing a report. It is not clear whether the bouncer, who we will not name because he was not charged, still works at Light. Our attempts to obtain a response from both the security company and the nightclub have so far been unsuccessful. As for the nightclub's liquor license, an appeal hearing was held on July the 10th, the city telling us that appeal is still pending.
Marty, I got your PayPal donation. Marty says, Star, didn't you say back in 2005, black women are like a Timex watch? They take a licking and keep on ticking. I don't remember that. Boris, what's up, man? Scragging Boris.
Yes, Mr. Starr. I wanted to I forgot to address the question that you asked. If you do not mind, I can chime in on the whole LeBron James question.
Yeah. Is that real or is that AI?
It is fake. It is fake because I have two sources that state that his father's name is Anthony McClelland. The video you played, the Instagram reel you played, states that his name is Rodolfo Heriberto James. Also, I did my research, what I do, and no such person even exists. If you would like to verify what I'm telling you, download the picture, the black and white picture of LeBron James' father.
I'll take your word. I'll take your word. I'm just
if you do a reverse Google search, Google will tell you that the name that pops up is Anthony McClelland, and it will tell you that this is his father's name. So he is not Dominican. The other thing I wanted to tell you, Star, I sent you a link where Shannon Sharpe talks about religion, and he put it number 3rd on his priority list.
Oh, wow.
He put money above everything.
Oh, my
He put
goodness.
money, in-laws, and then religion. You should play it.
Hang on a second. I'm looking for your email. Okay. I'll find it. I appreciate you, Boris. Thank you, man.
No problem. Take care. Take care.
Area code 909. Good evening. We're having a discussion about a few topics. Are you there? 909.
Star Lucchini on the check-in.
Hey, good to hear from you, man. It's cracking.
Good to hear from you, sir.
Where do you want to start?
Man, I just want to touch on Shannon Sharpe real quick.
Please, go ahead.
I want to say a couple of things. First of all, for all the guys, especially black men, that said that attorney Tony Busby was on some BS.
Okay.
What are you going to say now? Right? Because he broke Shannon Sharpe. He broke him.
Broke him in half.
He broke him. And I think this is going to set a precedent for probably things to come in the future for niggas who lack discipline.
Oh wow!
All right. Yeah. Yeah, Star. Because
Come on.
I'm a true believer in discipline.
Okay.
Especially at my age, I think that discipline pays off with women. Either you're just smashing, either you're looking for some type of relationship.
Okay.
Discipline pays off. Discipline brings some aura. And guys who have discipline, they don't pay. Good things come to them.
Okay.
And Shannon Sharpe is a pure example of somebody with money, with resources, access, that just doesn't understand sexual discipline. Because first of all,
hang on, Luke Caney. Someone sent a donation saying you forgot to say pause when you said you want to touch on Shannon Sharpe.
I don't say pause like that, Star. It's not an instinct
I know,
to me.
they sent the donation. I'm being silly. Come on, go ahead.
I get you. But I wanted to say this, like Shannon Sharpe is a pure example of somebody who has money, access, resources, and can probably get most women that he desires. However, at 56 years old, I'm not saying you're not supposed to date a younger woman, but when you push up at 56, when you push up on a 19-year-old in the gym,
right,
it says a lot about you and how you view yourself versus the woman. Because obviously she was 19 when they met. She's impressionable. She's jiggling multiple sources of income.
She's a baby.
Look,
Caney is a baby.
Exactly.
Man, it's a baby.
Exactly. And that's really the problem here, because I don't think that he would be able to pull the moves that he pulled with this particular woman, according to her, if this woman was even 29 or 39. But when they met, she was 19. And Eddie.
But hang on, Luke Caney. I don't mean to cut you short, man, but we've been through all of that. Now we're talking about Shannon Sharpe has made a video on his, show with Chad Ochocinco, and he's, doesn't show any remorse as far as I'm concerned, and it's just a bad look. Can you speak to that? Did you see the video?
Yes, sir. So to me, again, this is the type of man that he's not going to take full accountability, because in his mind, what he did was right. In his mind, he has the right to do what he did. But in reality, that exposed him as a man, because now you have to pay. And and the lack of accountability he has shown is just the image he's gonna project to his own children, to his family, right? Let's not forget, this is a man that's complaining about paying $30,000 for his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I did not expect him to act any other way than the way he acted.
Okay.
Lack of remorse, lack of accountability, and this is a man that probably needs therapy, in my opinion.
No.
He probably needs some therapy.
Do you think he's got the money to pay her, or is he going to be scrounging right now? I don't know I should have asked Florida Boy Jay or Boris. How much money did he get from ESPN? Do you know if they gave him a chunk up front, or does he now have to work for a bitch? Ooh.
From what I understand, he did not get anything up front from ESPN because the deal was still being finalized. So he will work for this woman. He will retire her. And I personally don't think that he has $20 million cash to just pass on to her tomorrow. Yeah, he doesn't have that. So he's going to work for her, and he's going to do what a lot of so-called high-value men do. They express lack of discipline, and they end up paying for 30 years.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey, look, Kenny, before you go, is LeBron James half Dominican?
I'm sorry, Star. Honestly, Star, I don't care what I don't care.
Well, hang on a second now. I'm half Neapolitan Italian, and the other half is foundational Black American. I'm a little concerned if he's half Dominican. I mean, that, I don't know. That kind of.
Why so? Why so?
Just on some racist shit.
Well, I personally don't think that he is Dominican because I never seen a Dominican taller than 6'3". This nigga is 6'9".
Oh, okay.
Do the math.
I appreciate you.
6'9", 270. Dominican? Nah.
Okay.
All right, peace, Star.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. Area code 929. You're my last caller. 929. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Who am I speaking to?
So Aladdin.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? It's cracking.
I'm good.
Where do you want to start?
I'm sorry, I was just so laughing at that last video you played.
I didn't play anything. You didn't see nothing. Stop snitching. I gotta I gotta edit that out. Stop snitching. What's cracking, man?
All right. Oh God.
Come on, stop laughing. Aladdin.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right. I wanted to talk about the Cincinnati episode that happened a couple of days ago. You were talking with Rory, and I remember he said something. He said they deserved the Emmett Till treatment.
Now, hang on a sec. Hold on. Do you want smoke with the white boy? I can text him right now. Do you want smoke with Rory?
No. I don't want smoke with him, but that's a very serious statement. Like,
well, hold on. Now, you call his name. I gotta text him. You know the rules. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't have nothing against him. It's just when he said the Emmett Till treatment, and I don't know. I don't know if you're aware of this, but on 125th Street, they used to show pictures of African Americans being hung and burned. And they used to have picnics. I mean, I saw one photo where a white girl was having a soda, smiling next.
We used to speak about that on the Star and Buck Wild show. That's old news. What's cracking? We're shaking.
Well, no, I'm just saying the photos I would see, and it was okay to set us on fire and have picnics. So I'm saying that the white boy threw the first hit, and he got what was coming to him, and so did his wife. I mean, you people abused us and had picnics to set us on fire. I feel that them responding in that manner, you deserved it. You want to play with fire, you're going to get burned. And you talking about this Emmett Till treatment? Well, I mean, if you want to go that route, then I feel that maybe there should be a race war in America. Because the one thing I learned is I like Rory because he tells us the things they don't say behind our back, and we need to know how they really feel.
Well, hang on, Aladdin, they don't start glazing the white boy. You said what you said. I sent him a text.
Yeah.
He might, if he responds, he responds. But now that's not really my main topic. If he calls in, I'll let you guys speak. But Shannon Sharpe, man, fired from ESPN, down in flames. No remorse, if you ask me. Can you speak to that first, Aladdin?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. So I feel that it's his obsession, unfortunately, with these Southern Negroes, the obsession with the white flesh. And, it's a power trip, and it's like they get the money and the status and they don't understand you sleeping with the enemy, homie. You know what I mean? Like you
Well, hang on, sir. My mother's white now. Watch your tongue when it comes to white women. Now we're talking about
No, I'm all right,
Shannon Sharpe, to my Shannon Sharpe.
Okay, well,
so he went down in flames, right? What else?
Well, it's just he doing too much. You got Jim Jones on your podcast. It's a combination. He's trying to be the athlete, social media, TV guy. First you tried it with the comedians, and you want to start the comedian beef. You're like, he's trying to be something that he shouldn't be. Okay. You know what I mean? He's doing too much at once. Like, you stick in your lane. I know you want to you seen a Michael Strahan transfer from the NFL to ABC, and then you want to be I'm going to be the social media YouTube athlete guy. Right. But they're all trying to get in different lanes because the NFL money washed up. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't be in a conversation. First of all, you shouldn't have Man Dempsey on your show because who the hell is that idiot? Then you got Jim Jones on it. Like, you're doing too much. Okay. Like, sit down.
Aladdin, I got to close out the show, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay.